Back inside Ray Skillman Stadium, we're just moments away before tonight's kickoff between the Cathedral Fighting Irish and the Center Grove Trojans. Kevin Conrad along with Ted Kitchell, Rick Embry, high atop Ray Skillman Stadium. Festive night tonight, homecoming for Center Grove, great crowd. Cathedral, solid crowd across the way. And gentlemen, just your thoughts about Coach Moore and his pregame interview with Aaron Holt.
Yeah, I thought he obviously understands the rivalry between Cathedral and Center Grove, and also the fact that Cathedral has a lot of very, very talented guys over there. And obviously they got some starters out today, which will affect them. But you don't ever underestimate Cathedral and the fact and the tradition and the great coaching that they have over there. So Center Grove's going to have to play a really good game to come out victorious tonight.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to play extremely well. We've got a perfect night tonight. The temperatures get moving down a little bit. It's going to be around 70 degrees when they kick it off, and it ought to be a good one. Just remember, the 49ers aren't supposed to be very good either. They played the Rams last night on the road, and the only way they lose that game is just not mentally being ready to play. You know, they finally played pretty good in the second half, but, I mean, my point is – mentally get yourself ready to play. I'm sure that Coach Moore and his coaching staff has been working on that. You don't want to fall asleep, because Cathedral more than happy to step right in there and get Center Grove's first loss of the year.
And I think it's a very good point there, because 2 weeks ago, Kevin, when me, you, and Austin travel over to Trotwood, that's an opportunity for Center Grove to kind of go, we're playing on the road. We had to go 2 hours. The air conditioning went out on the bus. We got all kinds of excuses that we can make. The first possession for Trotwood, they throw one 70 yards over the head of the DBs. You get down right away. You got so many opportunities in that situation to go, you know what? We haven't lost all year. What's one loss? We'll get ready for the rest of the year. That is not how Eric Moore and his coaching staff has coached at Center Grove over the last 25 years. They were mentally tough that night. Once they started running the ball, once they started getting in a groove there, it's like they're not going to beat us. We're tougher than they are. We're tougher inside than they are, and we just got to make some plays defensively, and that's what they did.
So Center Grove 6-0 on the season, 2-0 here on the home field. So just the third home game for the Center Grove Trojans. Center Grove again this week, 6A number 2. And Coach Moore now in his 27th year at Center Grove, 261 wins, 81 losses for Cathedral. 5A number 3 in the coaches poll, 4-2 on the season, 1-1 on the road. They've won their last 3 in a row. Bill Peebles, head coach in his 8th season, 70-23 at Cathedral. And Coach Moore is 5-3 against Coach Peebles at Cathedral. And you look at the series, Center Grove with a slight advantage, 8-6 over the Irish. So tonight is the 15th meeting, and you got Center Grove winning 5 of 7 here at CG against the Irish, and Center Grove's won 4 of the last 6 against the Irish. We see the dancers out on the field. We got the cheerleaders as well. We're just, as we get close to kickoff, for about 7 minutes from kickoff, we'll have our coin flip, and again, just a festive atmosphere here tonight. It's going to be a great weekend of football. You got homecoming football tonight, CG Cathedral tomorrow. The Center Grove Band and Football League will have its championship Saturday at 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and Rick and I'll be there at the live streams tomorrow. But that's where it all starts. That's where the program starts for Coach Moore, is down at the Bantam Fields.
I mean, that's exactly how he started the program. People kind of thought he was crazy. Why are you going down there in that football field surrounded by a bunch of cornfields and talking to those guys and telling them you want to run this weird wing tee offense and telling them this is how the defense that you want to be played? But guess what? 25 years later, nobody can argue that Center Grove is the top of the list of the best high school football programs in the state of Indiana, and probably in the top 5 or 10 throughout the entire Midwest. And that Bantam program down there is the best in the entire Midwest. So Coach Moore did it the right way, and obviously it's paid off throughout the years, and as they celebrate a couple of those state championship teams at halftime.
on the video board. They're playing a hype video for Center Grove girls volleyball. Congratulations to the Trojan volleyball team last night, winning the Johnson County tournaments. Beat Whiteland in the semifinals 3-0 and beat Franklin 3-1 in the county championship. So congratulations to the Trojans, having another fine season in volleyball. We'll have volleyball coming up next Wednesday, I'm sorry. They're going to host Tri-West, and then they'll be talking about the sectional following that, but they're hoping to make another deep run in the postseason.
Fun to call their games this year, Kevin. Took them a few games just like Coach Gandalf Hawk thought it would at the start of the year. A lot of new faces in that lineup, kind of around 500 through their first 5 or 6 games, but then 21-8 now on the season. They've had some really good wins over the last few weeks, and they swept a Franklin team a couple weeks ago. That was their first loss of the year, and last night they beat Franklin in 4 sets. Franklin 21-4 on the year, but 0-2 against Center Grove, and Center Grove now 21-8 on the year as they head into the last week of the regular season.
Now we see the Cathedral Fighting Irish on the far side of the field to their sideline.
Greeted nicely, aren't they, Kevin, by the homecoming crowd?
We should mention, too, coming up next Tuesday here at Ray Skillman Stadium, we'll have the 7th and 8th grade Central versus North rivalry games. Always a fun night of football.
Here's what's fun, Kevin. We do the Saturday morning freshman and JV football games, Ted. Both of those teams undefeated. You got some 7th and 8th grade teams that I think have a combined 3 losses between those 2 teams, or those 4 teams going into that middle school rivalry game. So Coach Moore last Saturday, Ted, as we talked to him during the halftime of the freshman game, talked about how much he loves this freshman class, of which he's got 4 of those guys contributing on varsity, another 7 contributing on JV, starting on JV. He's like, I absolutely love this freshman class, and my health is telling me I probably need to retire sooner than later, but my football heart is telling me, man, I really want to coach these guys for 4 years.
Yeah, I think that's what keeps him going. Whenever I see him around town or whatever, I go up and talk to him. And, you talk about his football program and the tradition he's built, and most importantly, those young kids that he's watching and dreaming of. And, I think that's what keeps him going. And good for him. He's put the work into it, and there's been a lot of people that have helped along the way, but the main cog in that chain, the main link in that chain is Eric Moore and all the great work he has done.
And Ted, you were asking me before our stream tonight, how are the freshman and JV teams doing for Center Grove? And I told you, they're undefeated, just like the varsity. So the program as a whole right now, 18-0, playing Cathedral tonight. Of course, the freshman JV team will play at Cathedral tomorrow, but at the moment, 18-0 on the season. That's, again, combining your varsity, junior varsity, and freshman records, and Coach has been very, very pleased with that freshman group. 70-some players, some playing tonight here on a Friday night, some are playing tomorrow in the JV game, and it's just, so again, a very, very talented class. And Rick, I've been told, I think we've both been told, there's a lot of talent in the 8th grade class as well.
I've been told the same thing, that the 8th and 9th grade classes, not that any class for Center Grove over the last 20 years, honestly, where you've went, oh man, that's a little bit of a down class. They just continue to, they don't rebuild, they just reload, and that's the sign that he's got an absolute dynasty here at Center Grove.
Captains tonight for the Trojans, C.J. Seifert, senior offensive tackle. Frankie Hayes, of course, senior linebacker. Dominic Berry, senior tight end. And Kobe Cherry, senior defensive lineman. Starting to get fired up here at Ray Skillman Stadium, pumping in the music. Nothing like a little AC/DC to get you fired up. Trojan Friday nights, nothing like it, Ted. It's special here at Center Grove here on the south side.
Well, and that goes back to everything Eric, he knew that if you build it and they will come, and sure enough, he's built a program that anybody would be proud. Obviously, the winning the games, winning state championships, winning conference championships, just winning. And you talk, Kevin's telling you there that down the road. The freshmen, the sophomores, they're still winning and looking forward to it. And these young kids, I mean, you can see them. They come here on Friday nights and they sit in the stands and they're watching. They're dreaming. They're dreaming of being out there on that football field and being a part of this great tradition.
We see the Cathedral and Center Grove captains to midfield. Kyle Harden, one of the captains for Cathedral, along with Cam Coors. Coors is the quarterback. Harden is a linebacker. Also, we see Jackson Harvey, wide receiver. Not in uniform, he's a senior. And also Adam Ayers, a senior wide receiver. Center Grove will defer, and the Irish will receive to begin tonight's football game. But you're right, Rick. Last year we played at Marion, but actually 2 years ago we played at the Butler Bowl. So we had to play them twice on the road. So we haven't had Cathedral here at home for 3 years.
Yeah, 2 years ago was that monsoon at Butler and all of that rain, and Center Grove was dominating into the fourth quarter, and then the whole onside kick fiasco started. So you're right, first time in 3 years, and here come the Trojans.
The 2025 Trojans on homecoming night. Welcome back, Chris Hudson on the horn. It's been about 10 years. Welcome back, Chris, and all of his sons all played for Coach Moore. Our fireworks presented by Horizon Bank. Saw Chris and his sons just a little bit before tonight's game, and he's filling in for our good buddy who's on vacation tonight.
And I just got a text from our good buddy watching from the great state of Hawaii, Mr. Sturm, watching with us on the video while he's laying out by the palm trees and all of that good stuff. So,
what is it, Rick, you always say? Is it Wally Pipp?
Exactly.
Could
better
Chris
be
Hudson
careful.
be the next Lou Gehrig and replace?
Better be careful, Mr. Sturm. You better hustle back from Hawaii. And
that was pretty good stuff up there on that horn. We'll be listening. All right, that'll conclude our Sycamore Construction pregame show. Our opening first quarter being presented by IU Health and by the Skin Lab, and also our first half replays tonight presented by Reese Restoration. Center Grove again will kick off to begin tonight's game. Dallas Cornpropes will kick for the Trojans. He's been really good. 40 kickoffs, 13 touchbacks.
Yeah, he had 3 touchbacks last week at Lawrence Central. But yeah, what an improvement that young man has made from a sophomore season where he didn't miss many kicks but just didn't have the leg. Man, he's put in the work in the weight room and on the field, and what a big difference from his sophomore to his junior year.
Dockery and Lewis back deep for the Irish. Man, nice crowd. Just took another peek down below. Great crowd for Center Grove for this homecoming night. Again, beautiful weather. Of course, playing Cathedral always brings out a big crowd.
And a good crowd by Cathedral on the opposite side. And the student section over there as well, so kudos to them.
Dallas Cornpropes ready to go. Puts the right foot into it. Drives it deep. Going to be taken by Lewis from the 5-yard line to the 15. Wrapped up at the 20.
Biergard, man, he is a special teams ace for Center Grove. He's fantastic on special teams. We see him in the JV starting at linebacker, but he's plays special teams on Friday nights. And once again, tackle for Nolan Biergard.
16 yards on the return. Irish will set up the offense from their own 22-yard line.
Well, and obviously Coors gave Center Grove a lot of troubles last year at that quarterback position. Threw the ball over the heads of Center Grove several times. Main running back Dangerfield not in, so Pappas is going to be the guy at the running back position tonight.
Coors 4 touchdown passes, 3 interceptions, 657 yards through the air, and Pappas will run on first down. Gets it to the 24, give him a couple of yards. Tackle made by Center Grove's True Paxson. Boy, he's been special this year. The junior linebacker, Center Grove's leading tackler on 2nd down and 8. The Irish go quick. Pappas pops it out to the left side. Spin move. He takes a big hit to the 28-yard line. 4 yards for Pappas.
One thing to keep your eye on, Pappas this year has fumbled the ball 4 times, lost it 3 times, so he has the tendency to put the ball on the ground a little bit.
3rd and 4, the call for Coach Peebles and the Irish.
Yeah, movement on that offensive line.
Lincoln Bright saw it, and
like
the referees did too.
Left card.
Penalty against the Irish. March him back to the 23-yard line. 5-yard penalty. 3rd and 9 for the Irish. Cam Coors in shotgun formation. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He's throwing across the middle. He's got a man, a completion. Tackle made at midfield by Aune. He absolutely was wide open. He threw a strike. That's Nate Van Viersen, the 6'2 tight end. He's his top target, almost 200 yards on the season. He's now over 200 with that one, 24 yards.
Yeah, that's the guy Center Grove's going to have to obviously pay more attention than they did on that 3rd and long situation. He leads them with 211 yards and 21 catches, which is 9 more than anybody else on their team.
Giving 27 yards, completed pass. The Irish have the ball up to 50. Another quick pass, down and out, complete. Nice safe pass going to Houston Dinwiddie, 6'3 senior.
Well, and that's what
actually that's going to be Evan Johnson. Excuse me, they got those double numbers. So Evan Johnson, the junior, with the reception, 8 yards.
Yeah, they're gonna. It's going to be the quick passes. They're not going to expect to sit back there and wait for 2 or 3 seconds. It's going to be they're going to go out quick, and now they're going to get a first down.
Flag here on the near side and the far side. 5-yard penalty against the Trojans. So another first down for the Irish at the Trojan 38-yard line. Opening drive for the Irish. 10 minutes on the clock. Coors inside handoff. Nope, he's going to fake it. Keeps it himself, and he is wrapped up after picking up just 1 yard. Center Grove defense not fooled. They read that one well. Kobe Cherry at the bottom of that pile.
Yeah, good job of reading your keys there, and you stay at home. Vinny Hayes chases the running back, but then you got everybody else right there led by Cherry and Paxson.
Cherry, 52 tackles coming into tonight's game, 3rd best on the Trojan defense. Pappas inside the 35, getting a push from his teammate. Just shy of the 30. He'll get it to the 32-yard line, 5 yards. Paxson again with the tackle for the Trojans. Again, he's Center Grove's leading tackler coming into tonight's game with 61.
He's been fantastic in his junior season from that linebacker position. Another 3rd and 5 situation here. Obviously, they're not that much out from field goal opportunity, but Center Grove going to have to step up here on defense.
Coors in the gun, hand off to Coors, trying to pick up that first down. Coors handed off to Pappas, excuse me. He's to the 29, 3 yards.
Yeah, they're going for this.
Cherry again with the tackle, so it's going to be 4th and 1.
That was clearly, Ted, 3rd and 5, but we're going to take 2 downs to get that first down.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
I would say this is 4th and a long 1. Coors in shotgun formation. Pappas to his right. Pappas takes the handoff, looking for a slither to get that first down.
He did. Oh, great spot over here.
Wow, we got 2 different spots. Looks like the far official well short of the first down, and the near official says likewise. He's saying no first down. Yeah. Turnover on downs.
Great job by that front 4. You see it right here, Ted. Just no room here for him to run, and then the linebackers fill and push him back most importantly. A lot of times you get hit at that line of scrimmage and you get a little bit of a forward lean. That did not happen there.
I think I saw a play like that about midnight last night. Rams tried to ram one in there, and they didn't get by with it either.
Football for the Trojans from their own 28. First possession for CG. Some momentum coming from the defense, and here comes Ricky Lange to the 35, out of bounds at the 36. Man, he was driven all the way to the bench. Number 6, that's Zion Hill with a tackle, 9 yards for Ricky Lange.
Good job. Another good cut back here. Boom. Cuts it back, and then here's Eli Williams out there blocking down the field, and he kind of blocked his DB all the way into Lange there. Second short.
Back to Ricky Lange, trying to pick up that 1 yard for the first down. They're pushing him, and he's got it to the 39. He gets a couple of yards for the first down. Move the chains.
Lange.
Oscar Sloan, the sophomore quarterback. Purdue's offered him. Other D1 programs have offered this young man. 58 of 85 passing, 68% on his passes, 740 yards, averaging 123 per game, 7 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. At the Trojan 39. Irish with 4, now 5 in the box. Play action, standing tall in the pocket, gets rid of it, and underthrows the receiver, the Dom Berry, I believe, and also Timmons in the vicinity, but it is an incomplete pass.
Yeah, that was kind of in between Berry and I think it was Aiden Francis or 81 for Center Grove, which is Reese Oliver, I should say. So, yeah, a little bit underthrown there. So 2nd and 10 now. But it's going to be a situation where teams are continually going to put more guys in the box to try to stop that running attack, and Oscar's going to get opportunities.
They're all up tight again.
Looking for the run. Ricky Lange pops it to the outside, gets by the first tackler, and taken down close to the 45, between the 44 and 45-yard line.
That's a great pickup because that very easily could have been a tackle for loss. You see it here. He gets hit by number right there. A safety comes up, and he gets probably 6 yards, Ted, after the first contact.
6 yards for Ricky Lange. 3rd and 4 for the Trojans. Sloan hands it off to Lange. Once again coming to the near side, around that left side. He is wrapped up. Really good tackle by the Irish. That is Noah Beasley. No, that's going to be Alex Couch. Again, they got those double numbers. He's a linebacker, Couch senior.
Yeah, he came up from the safety position, actually, and made a really nice tackle there. There was no breaking any tackles, and now Center Grove going to have to punt.
4th and 3, Dallas Cornpropes punting for the Trojans. 15 punts, averaging 37.5 yards per punt, 4 inside the 20. Dallas, high but very short punt. Kind of a shank off the right side of his foot, and then it takes I guess Cathedral bounce.
About 15 yards.
Yeah, it's going to be spotted at the Cathedral 44. Gave him 12 yards on the punt.
That's the first shank that he's really had all year at that punting position. Kind of waited a little bit and then kind of had to hurry because Cathedral was putting good pressure. You also remember over the years Cathedral has blocked a few punts from Center Grove. So they're going to try to win that special teams game there. And right there they get great field position because of the punt.
So from the Irish 44, their second possession. First one, they moved the ball and then stalled and had a turnover on downs. Running back Pappas pushed out of bounds near the midfield stripe. Looks like he just got across the 50. They're going to put it right at the 50. 6 yards for Pappas.
I'm sure if you're Cathedral, you want to shorten this game as much as possible, and if you can keep that clock running and get 6 yards every time you carry the ball, you're going to take that all night.
Pappas, a 5'9", 175-pound senior running back, throwing his course. It's intercepted by the Center Grove Trojans. That's Nathan Yoder. His second INT is to the 45, to the Irish 40, and taken down at the 39.
Well, he obviously late flag after the play. Somebody's mouthing off. It shouldn't be. But anyway, nice job. After seeing them on that down earlier in the game, they completed that pass. This time he dropped right in that zone, and he's able to pick it off.
Yoder, his second interception this season.
Oh, that's going to be 15 on Cathedral. You can see big number 70, I believe, lineman-wise. I think it was 70 pushing the back there at the end, so that's going to be 15 more yards. So Center Grove's going to have the ball on the 25-yard line. But you're right. Perfect job of learning from that first pass when they just dropped back, and Coors thought, oh, he's going to be open again. This time Yoder drops in coverage right there in zone coverage and picks that off easily. Coors coming in, 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. So that's interception number 4, and Center Grove takes over in great field position. They got to get 7 off of these mistakes.
Center Grove with the 11 interceptions on the season. And with that interception, another $5 to the Center Grove Education Foundation, compliments of Hudson Industrial Services. Trojans run the football. A lot of running here early by the Center Grove Trojans. They've been very effective with the ground game this season. A couple of yards. Let's see where they're going to spot it at the 23, so 2 yards for Ricky Lange. A lot of Ricky so far tonight.
That's what we've seen the last couple weeks. 29 carries over at Trotwood Madison and over 25 carries last week against Lawrence Central for the sophomore running back.
Second down and 8 with 5 minutes to play. We're in the first quarter. No score. Oscar Sloan in the shotgun. Play action. He's under pressure. He is hit hard. Taken down. He's going to be sacked at the 30-yard line. He'll lose 7 yards. Boy, he was hit hard. But he did a good job, though. He secured the football.
It was Knowles that hit him first, number 7, and then Pugh's the one that put him down. So big loss there on second down, and Center Grove now in a 3rd and long situation.
Knowles, their leading tackler, 21 tackles. He's now has 6.5 sacks. Make that 4 sacks on the season. Looks like Pugh might lead the team in sacks with 5.5. 3rd and 15, the call for Coach Moore and the Trojans. Sloan passing underneath. Completed to Tilton. There's a flag on the play. Tilton gets it back to the original line of scrimmage at the 25, but do we have a holding call?
We do, and that's going to bring that back 10 yards from there and going to take Center Grove out of field goal range unless they, do you take the penalty or do you take the play?
Looks like Coach Peebles declined the penalty.
It's going to be
so the football will be at the 25, the original line of scrimmage.
40,
so 5 yards.
42-yarder.
5 yards on the completed pass to Tilton. And now Dallas Cornpropes will attempt a field goal from the right hash. 42-yard attempt for Cornpropes. Well within his range. Again, career best 51 yards last week at Lawrence Central.
Aaron Smith on the long snapping.
Oliver with the hold, and it's going to be blocked by the Irish. Looked like 14 came across and blocked it.
Unblocked around the right side. That's
Alex Couch, the linebacker, he's a senior, blocks it. It'll be Cathedral ball.
Oh, excellent job by Cathedral. Center Grove got the ball on the 25-yard line and never really moved it at all. A couple penalties hurt things, and then a block kick, and they've got all the momentum right now.
So they're going to put it at the 20. Did not get to the end zone, so is that not a touchback? Should be at the 25. That's where the line of scrimmage was previously, but they're putting the ball at the 20 as though it was a touchback. I always thought it had to get to the end zone. But maybe on a block, maybe that's considered I don't know. But they're going to put it at the 20. And the pass from Coors is complete. Adam Ayers, one of the captains, he's a senior, to the 30. He is going to pick up the first down.
They're second on the team in yards receiving with 147, and man, that was a great job by Cathedral on the quick change.
Nathan Yoder on that tackle on Ayers. 3:40 and counting remaining first quarter. No score. Pappas takes the handoff, gets around that first defender, greeted at the 32. I see Paxson in on the tackle for the Trojans. Mentioned Paxson's name quite a bit already tonight, along with Kobe Cherry. Second down and 8. Coors clapping his hands, trying to get the Trojans to jump off sides. Good job by the Trojan D-line, staying disciplined. 18 in motion, that's Hughes. Pappas out the middle, gets away from Stanley, but the Trojans do hang on. He gets it to the 35, 3 yards for Pappas. Sloan, along with Stanley, in on the stop. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Fighting Irish.
No huddle on everything for Cathedral, and right there, like you said, Stanley was in the backfield, did a good job of hanging on there, holding Pappas to a short gain.
Cam Coors, senior quarterback, in the gun. Pappas to his left in the backfield. He's throwing, incomplete pass. He was high with his pass. He was looking for Nate Van Bierzen, the 6'2 senior tight end, and we'll see the Irish punt for the first time tonight.
Yeah, they had him surrounded. There were 4 guys from Center Grove that they knew that he was the favorite target for the quarterback, so Center Grove going to get a chance to get that ball back.
Van Krisloff out to punt. 21 punts, averaging 35.1 per punt, 6 inside the 20. He's an impressive young kicker and punter. He gets off some real boomers. This one, great hang time. Charlie Alnay calls for the fair catch at the Center Grove 25-yard line. 40 yards on the punt. Well done. Third possession on offense for the Trojans.
Yeah, they've had a couple nice running plays, but not been able to do that consistently, and then not completed any passes yet. So you're going to have to have a good mix here against Cathedral. Obviously, they're going to start bringing more guys in the box, like Ted said they were doing a couple times last possession.
You're going to have to throw on first down once in a while, too.
And they're throwing, Ted, right on cue, looking for Eli Williams, 84.
Oh,
what
my.
A catch. What a catch by Eli Williams. Let's watch that on our Reese Restoration replay.
Wow. I thought that ball's 2 yards over his head. You can see that great camera work. Oh, my. He laid out to catch that one. Pretty good coverage on defense by Zion Hill, their best cover guy, but Williams makes a special play right there.
At the Irish 41-yard line, that one covers 39 yards.
Williams had 48 yards receiving coming into today. He gets 36 with 1 catch.
Don Berry with the reception, pushed out of bounds.
I really like that play right there to Don Berry. I mean, you're not going to pick up a lot of yardage, but all of a sudden you pick up 5 or 6 yards. Now the playbook really opens up when you only have second down and 2 or 3.
Dinwiddie pushed him out of bounds. He collects 5 yards. Second down and 5 for the Trojans. Ricky Lange looked inside, goes off the right side of the line, trying to get that first down. He's going to be just a couple of yards shy.
Here's what you're always going to have with Cathedral as well. They tackle so well. They're always so fundamentally sound. They don't miss tackles. So it's going to be a situation where you're not going to be able to break 3, 4, 5 tackles and get in the end zone. You've got to be solid. You've got to hang on to the ball.
Gets a couple of yards. 3rd and 2, a long 2 for the Trojans. Flournoy made that last tackle for the Irish. Trying to run for the first down, and he got tripped up. Let's see where he touched. It's going to be close.
A little bit shy.
Brody Tilton Knee went down just shy of the first down. 4th and 1 for CG. He got 1 yard, maybe a couple yards. Guy would say give him a couple of yards.
Well, when they get to Preston up in there, I think I would try to draw them off sides and have them give me 5 yards. They're very, very aggressive right over the center.
Eli Williams brings in the next play for the Trojans. He splits out here to the left. 4th and 1 for the Trojans. And they're going to try to run for the first down. And didn't get that initial push, but second effort, he gets the first down.
Great effort there by Tilton. You're right. He was hitting the backfield, but just kept those legs moving and was able to pick up a first down. You see it here, man. They've got 8 guys in the box. He gets hit by 31, but then kind of spins off of him and gets a huge first down.
He'll spot it at the 30, so give him a couple of yards. He needed 1. He got 2. New set of downs. See if Center Grove gets this snap off in time. We're down to 10 seconds, first quarter.
They don't have to.
They do get the snap off, and he's throwing. Oscar looking for Eli, and it's going to be incomplete pass. There's a flag. Eli Williams was pushed out of bounds by the defender. One would think this is going to be interference against Cathedral.
I mean, there was a lot of contact, so do you call it, before he threw the ball, kind of illegal contact, or what are you calling here? They're definitely marking it off, and that'll be the last play of the first quarter.
Hill called for the pass interference penalty.
Half the distance.
That'll be your final play of the first quarter. We're scoreless between Center Grove and Cathedral once we return, unless they're going to have one untimed down. Let's see. Is that the end of the quarter, or are we going to play one more play? Both teams going to the sideline. That will be the end of the first quarter. We're scoreless. Center Grove will have the football at the 15 to begin things in the second quarter. Well, here comes the defense back out on the field. So maybe they're going to do one more play, one untimed down. So we'll hold that break, Austin, executive producer. Put that on hold, Austin. He gave me the thumbs up. Hold on a second. Got to get your mics back up, guys. There we go. One more play. That's why I kind of played that music a little bit longer. Good call, Sean Guilfoy, our spotter tonight. He said untimed down, one more play.
So Guilfoy has watched some football games
he
or
has.
something like that?
He's all over it.
Man.
Well done, Sean. So the football guys with that penalty, it's at the 15, 1st and 10 for the Trojans.
Obviously, you get down here, you got to take advantage and get in the end zone and not settle for threes.
Oscar's going to hand it off to Ricky Lange, and he's going to lose a couple of yards. So now we'll go to break. There we go. Center Grove Cathedral scoreless here at Ray Skillman Stadium. Center Grove will have the football inside the 20 when we return for the second quarter. This is CG Football presented by IU Health. We're ready for the second quarter. We're scoreless here at Ray Skillman Stadium between Center Grove and Cathedral. Football at the Cathedral 18. Center Grove throwing to the end zone and overthrows Timmons. Incomplete pass. Just let him too much.
Yeah, the Cathedral defense is doing an excellent job of putting pressure, whether it be by 8 guys in the box on the run game, and our quarterback, they're just pushing him off his spot a little bit and throw him a little quicker, a second or two earlier than he wants to throw it. So we're going to have to do something, have to add an additional blocker to give him a little bit more time, or he's got to get rid of the ball just a little bit quicker.
Our second quarter tonight being presented by IU Health and the Barn at Bay Horse Inn. 3rd and 13. Middle screen to Dom Berry, the tight end. He's at the 15. They can't get him down. He's such a strong young man. Carries several defenders. Still short of the first down. 6 yards for Dom Berry on the reception.
31. Marcus Shannon just kind of hung on for dear life. Or maybe that's somebody else, but you're right. That was set up pretty well, except one guy for Cathedral did a great job of staying home and bringing Berry down. So another opportunity for Center Grove. We'll see if they can get that edge guy blocked, which they did not do last time.
30-yard attempt. Couch blocked the last one. First miss of the year for Corn Propes. This one from the left hash.
Is there again.
And it's blocked again.
And they might pick that one up.
Irish pick it up on the far side of the field, so they got 2 blocked field goals in this opening half.
I mean, just a breakdown in both times. You didn't get that far guy chipped out, and Couches twice. Last time he came off of the left side. This time he came off, or last time he came off the right side and just got it with his hand.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that Eric kicked it right there. I would have thought that he might go for it on 4th down. I mean, obviously your kicker's got plenty of leg, but you can see the first time around on the other end of the field, they're just a little bit, about a second slow, and that second has cost them 6 points.
Cathedral with the football at its own 40-yard line. Just starting things here in the second quarter, and Pappas trying to get outside. Finds a lot of red jerseys. He's going to lose yardage.
Yeah, that was Lincoln Bright from that left defensive end position. Got out there, and then Pappas had nowhere to go, so tackle for loss for Bright.
Loss of 3 yards. Yeah, Center Grove needs to get that figured out. The blocking scheme on those 2 field goals, both blocked, and now Frankie Hayes on the right side got in the neutral zone. Penalty against the Trojans. So they drop the Irish for a 3-yard loss, and now they're going to pick up 5 yards with a penalty.
Well, and watching that, Ted talked about it, and even on that field goal kicking, they are completely timing that snap. Cathedral is. Center Grove could be wise to use that hard count and try to draw them off.
2nd down and 8. Physical run up the middle. Pappas. Jacoby Cherry wraps him up at the 45, giving 3 yards. 3rd and 5 for the Fighting Irish.
They're heavy to the right here. 2 tight ends to the right. And now one of them shifts to the other side. So double wing now.
Trying to run the football up the middle between tackles, trying to be physical. Stanley makes the tackle well short of the first down, at least a couple of yards shy. Not well, but at least 1.5 yards.
They went for it the last time on 4th and short. This time you see Krisloff coming out, but that defensive line better be smart and not jump here.
Not jump and make sure that he kicks it away.
On a back deep for the Trojans. His first punt covered 40 yards. Averaging right around 35 per punt. Good hang time. On a calls for the fair catch inside the 20. He muffed it, but I think he got back on it. He called for the fair catch, lost it, and then he got back on it, and they're saying Center Grove football. the near side official in on the top of the scrum, if you will, and he says Center Grove football. 40 yards again on that punt.
Such high hang time on those punts by Krisloff. There's no chance that you're gonna be able to return those. Such a weapon right now. Advantage Cathedral on the special teams that we talked about was going to be such a big deal coming into tonight's game.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say the same thing. They're definitely, getting a field advantage, whether it be punt or turnover or whatever, but they're doing a great job with it.
Oh, my.
Loss of yardage.
That's 2 right there. Kyle Harden with an absolute crushing tackle, and Lane's going to have to come off the field because his helmet came off.
So Ricky loses 2 yards.
Well, and to Ted's point, man, you don't pick up good yardage on first down, and you become a very one-dimensional team offensively. 2nd and 12, and so far Center Grove has not been able to connect other than that fantastic diving catch from Eli Williams through the air.
Oscars throwing complete. Oliver gets it across the 20, just shy of the 25. Do we have a flag? Back official throws a flag. Reese Oliver, the junior, with the reception. Let's see what this flag's all about. 12 yards on the reception to the 22-yard line.
I mean, it was a pretty late flag.
Yeah, I didn't know if it might be a face mask.
Blocking the back after the catch. You really didn't need to do because that didn't help you any on that run.
So a penalty against the Trojans.
And that would have been 3rd and short for Center Grove. Instead, they'll back them up 10 yards from there, and it'll be 2nd and long again. I'd like to see that one again just to see if who did that and if it was really necessary. So, I mean, you're going to take them back almost to, the original line of scrimmage.
Football at the 13. So he got it to the 22. Here's your replay.
Oh, my. That's a terrible call.
Not much
Number
there.
1, his hands were in front of the defender. And number 2, the defender didn't affect him at all.
On 2nd down. Oh, wow, what a catch by Dom Berry, the tight end. First down, Trojans. That was impressive to the 34-yard line.
I mean, is that a one-handed catch here? We'll see it on the replay. Sloan put it there perfectly as he was making his break there, and here is the replay. Wow, what a catch by Berry, and then he gets enough for a big first down.
I would say 21 yards for the senior tight end. First down, Trojans at the Trojan 34-yard line. Ricky Lange back in. Somebody lost his helmet. That's one of the defensive linemen for the Irish. He'll go out for a play. And not much there for Lange to the 35. Give him 1 yard. I would say maybe 1.5 yards, not quite 2. 7:25 to play. We're in the first half. Still a scoreless game.
When you play that run-pass option, every once in a while you're going to have to fake it in there, and the quarterback's going to have to run. Otherwise, the teams are just going to, they're going to go to the running back because we hand it to him every time.
That's one thing we haven't seen from the sophomore quarterback, Oscar Sloan. We haven't really seen him run the football. He's scrambling here out of the pocket and gets rid of it to avoid the sack. I think he was outside the tackle box, so it is an incomplete pass.
That's a good job of getting rid of that because obviously you can't take a 10 to 15-yard loss right there. But once again, Cathedral brings some extra guys and forces Sloan. He doesn't have it available, his first option, and then he has to scramble and nobody there. Now another 3rd and long. Credit this Cathedral defense. They've been very good so far tonight.
3rd and 9 for Coach Moore and the Trojans at the Trojan 35-yard line. Sloan stands tall in the pocket across the middle, complete to Reese Oliver for the first down.
Yeah, Cathedral they were trying to switch defenses. One guy went in, the other guy came all the way out to the outside, and because of it, the receiver for Center Grove was just wide open.
Yeah, it was Aiden Francis that just basically cleared out the middle of the field, Ted.
Yeah.
He went straight down the field, and that allowed Reese Oliver to just come right underneath of him. He's wide open, and more importantly, that offensive line gave Sloan enough time to find him, and a big gain on 3rd and long.
Football at the Irish 47-yard line.
6 on the play clock.
Trojans need to hurry. They do get it off in time. Sloan gets rid of it, and there's going to be a flag on the play.
Yeah.
2 flags on the play.
I mean, Timmons didn't see the ball. Now, the one thing, 25 clearly held him, grabbed him. Yeah, it was a stop and go on this side, and he just basically grabbed Timmons, but Timmons also, I don't think, saw the ball.
Ryan Freege called for the pass interference.
15-yard penalty. Be nice if that was a spot foul, but no.
Man, Cathedral's had a lot of penalties here in the first half. Center Grove, unfortunately, hasn't taken advantage of them.
But yeah, I was going to say, but once we've gotten it down inside the 20-yard line, we have not been able to move the football at all.
At the Irish 32-yard line, 1st and 10. 6:38 on the clock. We're in the second quarter. Sloan under pressure, rolls right. He's going to throw it out of bounds to avoid the sack, and 12 had a few words for him. Caden Nelson, the linebacker, got in his ear after he let go of that football.
Well, and that was supposed to be a quick hitter to Dom Berry there, but unfortunately he was covered because the other 2 guys down the field were already looking to try to block down the field in anticipation of just a short little screen pass there to Berry. Good defense again by Cathedral.
Timmons in with the next play for the Trojans. 2nd down and 10. Down to 5 on the play clock. 3, 2, 1. Just got it off. They're blitzing him and taking him down at the 44-yard line. They're going to put him at the 42. Loss of 10 yards.
Well, and once again, I mean, you're not getting the play call in quick enough, which then means you got to hurry up and snap it. And guess what? They can just look at the play clock and know you can't hard count them because you're going to get a delay of game. They're just coming. You got to figure out a way to prevent them from timing that snap the way they are.
3rd and 20 for the Trojans. See, the play is just getting told right now, and we're down to 10 on the shot clock. They're going to be down to 3. Yeah. They're going to have to call timeout.
3 seconds, 2. See if they get it off. They do, but you're right. They're getting the plays in, just taking too much time. And now he's got a scramble coming back to the football. Did he make the catch or did it hit the turf?
Doesn't matter.
Well short of the first down.
And another hold in the
That's going to be Aiden Francis with the catch at the 40, but it's well short of the first down. And a flag back at around the 49. They'll probably decline it, force a 4th and long and punting situation for the Trojans. So the football is at the 40. A couple of yards on the pass play. And now we'll see Dallas Cornpropes in to punt for the Trojans. Both teams struggling offensively tonight.
Yeah, you've seen that from Center Grove a couple times in the last few weeks over at Trotwood. They had one good quarter offensively. Last week against Lawrence Central, they got a lot of short fields.
Dallas, nice, beautiful ball. See if he can keep it out of the end zone. It does take a bounce into the end zone about a yard or so deep. 40 yards for Dallas Cornpropes. And Austin, can we go to our Dan Gandolf Financial Services scoreboard? Let's get caught up on our high school scores here on week number 7. Brownsburg at home trailing the Zionsville Eagles 3-0. Ben Davis at home being shut out by Carmel 16-0 in the second quarter. Also in the second quarter, Warren Central leading Lawrence North 14-7. Avon at home trails Westfield 14-7 in the second quarter. Fishers and Franklin Central tied 7-7 in the second quarter. We're scoreless here at Ray Skillman Stadium between Cathedral and Center Grove. Irish with the football at their own 20.
Wow. Got a hand on it.
Yeah, that's a great job by Bright. If they're going to take those quick three-step drops, then those defensive linemen got to get their hands up, and right there, case in point, Lincoln Bright, number 5 out there on the edge, did a fantastic job. And, man, that ball was in the air a long time.
Second down and 10 for the Irish, again from their own 20. 5:20 to play in the second quarter. Pappas. Oh, nope, they fake it to Pappas.
Gone.
Across the middle, wide open. He's going to take it all the way for a touchdown. Touchdown, Irish. Trojans break down. Wide receiver Ollie Lewis. He's a junior. He goes the distance, 80 yards.
Watch the linebackers here. They completely bid on the run fake, as did your safety. That's your last line of defense. And that makes that guy coming out from that wingback position wide open, 80 yards touchdown.
Well, I was getting ready to say that Bill Peebles has obviously watched a lot of film, so he knows that the one thing that really hurts Center Grove is the long pass, but it's usually not that pass. It's usually over the top. And there we were blitzing and did a poor job of filling in behind for the person blitzing.
And now they're going to go for the 2-point conversion. They complete the pass. 8-0 Irish. And there's a flag after the play.
Well, there should be, because 2 of those Cathedral guys completely jumped on top of the Center Grove guy. That was Vinny Hayes over on the far sideline. Question is going to be, was that during the play or after the play? Because it was clearly a couple cheap shots.
Referees talking it over. Scoreboard at the moment still saying 6-0. We'll see if the 2-point conversion stands. They may assess this on the kickoff, the penalty.
Center Grove's got to make some changes. You know, we can't wait till halftime. I'm sure they'll make some needed changes at halftime. But you got to get your quarterback a little bit either moving around, but you got to get him on, just not standing on that spot right there, because they're putting the pressure on him right up through the middle and making it very, very difficult to him have enough time to complete passes.
Scoreboard still says 6-0. They still have not put the 2 points on the scoreboard.
They said it was dead ball, which means it was after the 2-point conversion, so 2-point conversion should be good. They did not give a signal indicating that, but they're putting the ball back 15 yards from where they would kick off, so they're going to have to kick off from the 25.
So again, penalty against the Irish assessed here on the kickoff. Ollie Lewis, 80-yard touchdown reception. Irish strike first on the board.
Well, in the way that both these defenses have played, that's a huge play just to get on the board and get that big play. And Center Grove's offense has had some great opportunities inside of Cathedral territory. And like Ted said, 2 field goals blocked, and you kind of lose that momentum, and you stare up at the board and you're down 8-0.
So Krisloff will have to kick this one from his own 25-yard line. Again, our first half replays presented by Reese Restoration. Need home or business repairs? Reese Restoration has you covered. For a free estimate, call 317-954-5408 or visit them online at reeserestorationindy.net. That's Reese Restoration, building trust one project at a time. He'll tee it up at the right hash. Averaging 47 yards per kickoff, and this one might be a touchback. It's going to hit at the 5. He'll pick it up at around the 2-yard line, hit at the 12-yard line, and he's not quite going to get to the 15. Wow, what a kickoff by Krisloff. That's an absolute weapon. They will spot it at the 15. Rick, I think you said he's going to Eastern Michigan?
Eastern Michigan is where he's committed to. Kind of weird now and a little bit different than when your son was going through it, Kevin, but anymore now all these big-time programs don't recruit a kicker out of high school. They just look on the transfer portal for somebody that had a good, first couple years or first 3 years and want to go to a bigger school. So he's the number 1 kicker in Indiana, the number 13 kicker in the entire country, and he's going to Eastern Michigan.
But then maybe pay attention. Maybe in 2
Exactly.
years he could be at a major college program.
Exactly right. You're right. He's been fantastic tonight.
Trojans from their own 15. Ricky Lange. Nope, that's Tilton. He's to the 40, 45, 50. He's got great speed down the sideline, taken out of bounds at the Cathedral. They're going to say he stepped out around the 39. We'll see if they're going to spot it. They're saying 39. 39-yard line. What a run.
Well, and when they're bringing so many guys in the box there, Ted, if you can get by that initial and you can see it, boom, they get it blocked well. They get past the linebackers. The safety misses the tackle, and Tilton's off to the races there. Big pickup for Center Grove. Now can you finish a drive?
46 yards for Brody Tilton. Sloan goes underneath. Dom Barry tries to get outside. He gets down the sideline. Got a good block on the edge by Reese Oliver. Another first down for the Center Grove Trojans. He was pushed out of bounds at the 26, 14 yards.
Yeah, good job first by Francis, and then missed tackle there, and you're right, Reese Oliver on the edge buries his defensive back and enables Dom Barry to pick up good yardage.
Trojans trying to punch it in. Tilton, once again, big hole up the middle.
Yeah, and what was the great block there? Oh, and that referee is down in the middle of the field.
And so is Tilton. Center Grove has another running back injured.
I wonder if he came right down on that shoulder again. See it here. Great block by Dom Barry. Oh, yeah, he came down. He got tackled right on that shoulder. Tilton did.
He's had some issues here and there, but nothing that's kept him out of the lineup. But this one looks to be pretty serious. Great run by Tilton. He's back on his feet, so that's a good sign. Maybe got the wind knocked out of him.
That's what
Sometimes
it looks like.
you get tackled and you fall on the football, knocks the wind out of you, giving his teammates a high five, so maybe he'll be okay. Just give him a quick break here.
But man, that block by Dom Barry on that outside defensive end / linebacker, that's why that hole was open on that left side, obviously with Seifried and Weber on that side as well.
Spotted at the 17, 9-yard carry, second down and 1.
Owen Oliver in for Center Grove.
Yeah, he is a senior running back. He's just to Oscar Sloan's right. He's in there to block. They're going to the end zone, and he led his man too much.
And he picked the wrong guy because
intended receiver, but Dom looked like he might have been open.
Dom was wide open. Two guys went with Timmons down the middle of the field. You'll see it here. And you see Dom from that wingback position. Timmons goes in the middle of the field, and Dom Barry is wide open over here. But once again, he's also has a lot of heavy pressure on him as well and has to get rid of it.
3rd and 1, 4:33 on the clock remaining in this opening half.
Tilton back in.
Great to see him back in. Tilton takes the handoff, trying to get that 1 yard for the first down, and the Irish dropping back at the 20. He's going to lose 2 to 3 yards.
And now it's 4th down.
I would say losing about 3 yards. He was they were at the 17, tackled at the 20. So,
well, and the problem when you've gotten a couple field goals blocked then is you don't have the confidence in that field goal team.
We continue to be late in getting the play in. I mean, they should have 10 seconds to change that play if they need to at the line of scrimmage.
4th and 3. Sloan, clean pocket, throwing, and incomplete. Dom could not hang on. He had to jump for it. Had it in the hands, but went through the hands, couldn't hang on to it. turnover on down. Center Grove just cannot finish off their drives here in the first half.
Well, once again, they get inside the 20-yard line, and we just have no movement at all.
3 possessions inside the 25-yard line, and you have 0 points to show for it. That's obviously the difference in the game. Cathedral has had the ball 0 times inside the Center Grove 40-yard line and is leading 8-0.
The one big play by Ollie Lewis, 80-yard touchdown reception, and then the 2-point conversion by the Irish. Pappas, good yards on first down.
And you can
4
see,
yards.
I talked about Pappas, a little bit of a fumbling problem, and he's got both hands on that ball as he goes into the hole.
Vinny Hayes makes the tackle, or Frankie Hayes, excuse me. 2nd down and 6 at the Irish 24. Coors is throwing and completing, and they got another first down. Adam Ayers, one of his top targets, gets the first down at the 35, 11 yards. Jackson Burnett makes the tackle, junior cornerback. Three-minute mark, second quarter. Pappas to the 39, 4 yards.
Well, and because now that they've been successful pulling that ball out and getting a couple of those quick hitters, now they're starting to run the ball a little bit, 3-4 yards on first down.
Pappas again trying to get outside the left side. Boy, he took a big hit. Frankie Hayes again in on the stop. 3rd and a couple coming up. 4 yards for Pappas. Third and a couple. Trojans rushing 4. Pappas going to try to run for the first down. He's hit by Paxson, but he's able to wiggle away just enough to get the first down.
That's a big first down conversion. Obviously, clock under 2 minutes now, and now Cathedral can start to look to go a little bit quicker, and they got all 3 timeouts themselves. You stop them there, you're going to force a punt. I have a chance to put some points on the board before the half. Not so much now.
Jimmy Pappas just right of Cam Coors. Coors throwing. It was tipped. Hayes, Frankie Hayes got a piece of it. Paxson in on the coverage.
Yeah, you see Hayes in that outside linebacker position does a great job of just dropping into coverage. Gets a piece of this. Boom, right there. And that caused that ball to go behind the wide receiver. And then Yoder also gave him a good hit.
Yeah, there was Yoder on the coverage. 2nd down and 10 from the Irish 46-yard line. 1:35 on the clock here in the first half. And Pappas with a great run. He picks up the first down and nearly went the distance. He's finally chopped down at the 40, at the Center Grove 40. 14 yards for Pappas. Charlie Aune, the safety, with a touchdown-saving tackle. Pappas, nope, they fake it to Pappas. Pass complete. Another first down for the Fighting Irish.
Well, right now, just those quick hitters, you're not able to get any pressure on the quarterback, and once again, he's just sitting back there, and as guys open, I mean, they're definitely in Chris Loft's field goal range right here.
Landon Hughes tied in with the reception, collects 14 yards to the 26-yard line. 1st and 10, 1:15 on the clock. Coors looking left, throws left, completed pass. Not much yards after catch.
But
Probably going to call a timeout.
Van Viersen with the reception.
Almost looked like he touched his knee down. It was close.
7 yards. Yoder with the tackle. They'll spot it at the 19 with 1:02 to play. Timeout on the field. Coming up at halftime, we'll have a Ray Skillman Auto Group halftime show. Before we go to break at halftime, we'll have a video shot of the Center Grove State Championship teams from 2015, 10 years ago, and 2020 from 5 years ago, being honored tonight here on homecoming night during halftime. So stay tuned for that. Also, we'll get you caught up on our Dan Gandolf Financial Services scoreboard. I think we last saw Zionsville had a 3-0 lead against number 1 Brownsburg. We'll get you caught up on that score and plenty more.
Yeah, Brownsburg's had a couple tough games here in the last 3 or 4 weeks. That like kind of a shootout against Avon that they won 55-47, and then a low-scoring one that they won against Westfield 14-10 after Westfield led for a good chunk of that game. So after they looked pretty invincible in the first few weeks of the season, they've had a couple battles, but they've came out of those still undefeated.
Second down and 3 for the Irish. At the Trojan 19, 62 seconds remaining in the first half. Coors throws. He threads the needle for the first down. Just inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And there's he doesn't have to go to his second, third option. He's going to throw it to his first option. It's a 2-step drop, and then he's looking at that area. And right there, thread the needle is a great description of that one, Kevin.
Van Viersen, the tight end, his top receiver this year, with the reception, first and goal. Right around that 10-yard line. Pappas, he is tackled. He has swallowed up, no gain.
Yeah, now, I mean, I know you don't want to leave Center Grove any time. There you go. They did call a timeout, but, I mean, you're in a situation now where you're down to 1 timeout.
Carson Sloan with the tackle. All right, gentlemen, tonight, Bonefish Grill taking care of us with the pregame meal.
Fantastic. Had some filet, mashed potatoes, broccoli. That was fantastic. So thank you very much, Bonefish Grill. Right up Austin's alley. Anytime he can get some meat, he can get ribs, he can get steak, he can get anything like that. And, yeah, I think Ted and I both cleaned our plates just fine, Mr. Conrad.
Thank you to Brian Newland. I think he's the general manager there at Bonefish Grill, so check him out. Always taking care of you.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
And, Rick, I told you, we got a special treat coming up here at halftime.
Oh, man. I mean, if we continue to talk about the restaurants we like around here, does that mean we'll get treats coming up every time at halftime?
We got some Ella's frozen yogurt on the way up.
Now, it doesn't help my gut or my waistline, but
big play. Second down from the 10, second and goal. Irish hand it off. Nope, they fake it to Pappas, and that's a high throw. Hit it off the field goal post. I've never seen that before. He hit the crossbar.
Yeah, I think that, he's wiping his hand off. That had to slip out of his hand because, yeah.
Was it tipped? Sean Guilfoy thinks it might have been tipped. Let's see, was it tipped? Yeah, I would think the way that was wobbly, I think it got tipped.
Might have been.
There's no way he throws a bad pass like that. So probably was tipped by a Center Grove defender. Third and goal at the 10. 24 seconds to play first half.
Center Grove's got
6 in the box. We're all on that D-line. 5 coming. Core steps up in the pocket. He's going to run. He's to the 5. There's 2 flags down. Fumble into the end zone.
Does
and
it go out of the end zone?
It's recovered by
Touchdown.
Cathedral. They're saying touchdown, but there are 2 flags, one at the 11 and one at the 13. It's holding against the Irish. It'll negate the touchdown. Coors took an absolute pop at the goal line, fumbled it into the end zone, recovered by the Irish, but it's going to come back.
Oh, man, that's a spot there. Oh, he was. Johnny on the spot. He recovered that. But that
was that Nathan Yoder, I believe, 28 with the hit forcing the fumble.
So that'll back them up to at least to the 20-yard line. 3rd and goal on the 20, 14.3. They still have one timeout left.
So they could still take one more shot to the end zone, and then that doesn't work. Of course, Krisloff has been so good on the field goals. I think he's 4 of 6 on field goals this year.
Which is shocking that he's missed 2 field goals unless they were
7 of 10 field goals. I'm sorry, 7 of 10 field goals. 46 is his long. 5 of 5 on PATs. And they'll put the football at the 20. 3rd and goal at the 20. And Pappas is just going to run it here to the near side. He's to the 15 and taken down at the 10, 11, between the 10 and 11-yard line. And Pappas loses his helmet. So he's got to come off for a play.
Well, that's going to be a chip shot, about a 28-yarder for
9 yards for Pappas. And timeout called by the Irish. 1.7 seconds left.
So what type of things are you going to change at halftime?
I mean, you're moving the ball pretty well offensively, Ted. It's just you get inside the red zone there, and you're not finishing your drive. So I'm sure he's not going to be happy with how they ran the ball, honestly, in that first half. So there'll be adjustments there. Always adjustments on the defensive side, even though they've, for the most part, besides that one big play, have played pretty good.
If it could. Or build it. Whichever one you think of it. So it'll be from the left hash. 28-yard attempt. He's 7 of 10 on field goals this year. 1.7 seconds remaining first half. High snap. Holder gets it down.
He missed it.
And he hit the left upright. That started poorly with the snap. The snap was high.
That's huge.
Watch it again.
Yeah, he had plenty of leg, but you saw it starting to hook.
Just threw the timing off. High snap.
Paxson. That was Paxson on the...
So that takes us to halftime, 8-0. The Irish leading the Center Grove Trojans again. We're going to keep it right here for just a little bit because we do have the 2015 and 2020 state championship teams about ready to make an appearance here down below. So we'll keep here for just a little bit to honor those state champions. They were both undefeated in their championship seasons. 2015, 10 years ago. Hard to believe it's already been 10 years. And then 5 years with that great 2020 team.
Yeah, you see all the coaching staff. Several of those guys that obviously played with that same coaching staff that's been here for a long, long time. And now here they come.
They're starting to make their way here to midfield. We'll have our Race Going Auto Group halftime show coming up in just a moment. Obviously for me, Rick, that 2015 team doesn't get much more special than that. As a broadcaster, obviously, but also my son being a part of that team. Knew a lot of those young men. Great group of guys. That would have been Coach Moore's second state championship team, his first back in 2008.
Had some fairly talented kids on that team, huh, Kevin?
Sure did. Javon Swan leading the way out to the field. Cameron Tidd. Of course, Joey Siderwitz was the quarterback. Oh, Joey's out there. He's part of the coaching staff here at Center Grove. I'm glad he's able to take part in this as well. Let's listen in.
We want to recognize and welcome back the 2015 and the 2020 football state championship teams as they celebrate the 10 and 5-year anniversary of their state championship seasons. Welcome back, Trojans!
Also, that 2020 team, so special. Of course, Carson Steele, Mr. Football, Center Grove's first and only Mr. Football. I guess he might be just a little too busy at the moment to be here tonight, but I know Carson might be online watching. And, of course, Taven Jackson was on part of that team, and Caden Curry, Booker, a lot of special talent with this 2020 and 2015 teams.
Yeah, they were fantastic, and obviously next year they'll celebrate another one of those 2021 team that also went undefeated. But, yeah, that's awesome that they have recognized those guys or recognized them tonight. And you're right, Kevin. I remember how special a time it was when Center Grove got that double overtime win in Avon, and how the look on your face, Kevin, was fantastic. And I know one of the highlights of your broadcasting, and more importantly, as a father, your career.
Most definitely. Great memories, that is for sure. We're at halftime, homecoming nights. Center Grove trails Cathedral 8-0. Our Ray Skillman Auto Group halftime show is coming up next. This is Center Grove Trojan football.
It's absolutely special, obviously, to have a kid in the Super Bowl and to have a kid win a national championship in college.
Play in the NFL. That's every little kid's dream when they step on a football field. But just being able to get to that, that opportunity and moment, especially being with the Chiefs, like I was saying, it's just been a blessing. And Coach Moore, all my family, and all my friends around me too have helped me along the way.
Ever since I stepped foot off of Center Grove, I've definitely heard from, honestly, I'd say thousands of people from around this community, and I've just felt so much love from them. It's been great.
We have a great professional community because our parents are caring and our parents understand the importance of Center Grove. So many great schools come here to recruit, and everybody asks me, well, why would these great academic schools come here? Because they know they get the best student athletes. Center Grove teachers are the best teachers, and they teach college prep classes.
I feel like with Center Grove, I feel like you just set at a higher standard just from everybody, and it kind of just pushes you to want to be the best version of yourself.
Man, it's just been an amazing opportunity just to grow up in this, this type of area. Even since we were young, all the families, parents, moms and dads have been there for everybody.
That family atmosphere where everybody takes care of everybody, and we don't really worry about what's outside of our community. It's just we take care of ourselves so well.
I just want to say thank you to everybody for the support. It means the world to me.
There's a great community and a great atmosphere just for everything you do in Center Grove. I feel like everything you do, you have a great mindset, and just all the people you're around, you feel like you're loved and you're supported by everything you do.
I love that they're humble, and I love that they still love to practice. But what I love the most is they're just the greatest young men of all.
This is the place that's skill built. Here, highly skilled physicians never rest in their pursuit to heal, to comfort, to cure. With these hands, you'll receive nationally recognized heart care and Indiana's most leading-edge cancer care. With these hearts, with these guts, with these brains, you'll find the highest level of care in the state. This is the hope that's skill built, and it's around every corner of Indiana University Health.
Closes in days, not weeks.
Well, it looks like the hometown team of Bailey & Wood Mortgage Lenders is running some really great plays.
Yeah, Walker. It is the winning combination of in-house processing and underwriting, along with providing 5-star customer service that gets you to the closing table fast.
It's pretty evident that Bailey & Wood is the winning team for all your mortgage needs.
Mortgages and snacks.
Yeah.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? And what would it be like? With today's home values, this is the perfect time to sell and make those dreams real. When you work with a world-class agent at Coldwell Banker, you benefit from trusted guidance and our revolutionary seller's assurance program to make your home sale more rewarding than ever. So it really is true. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams.
Our car wash remembers your car's quirks better than your favorite barista remembers your coffee order. Delivering a wash experience as smooth and effortless as your morning latte.
Simple moments. Ordinary experiences. They happen every day. Each one of them small, yet make our lives special. Maintained by a company that cares about you. Everyday moments like these brought to you by Peterman Brothers, where great service runs in the family.
Take the rest of the year off from payments at Racegum and Buick GMC. The Halloween treats will be sweeter, the Thanksgiving turkey will be tastier, and you'll have extra cash this Christmas with no payments for 120 days. Plus, get 0% financing and save up to $10,000 on a new GMC Sierra and 0.9% financing on the entire Buick lineup. Make no payments until next year at Racegum and Buick GMC.
Welcome back inside Race-Gilman Stadium. We're at halftime. This is the Race-Gilman Auto Group halftime show. Center Grove Trails Cathedral 8-0. Kevin Conrad, Ted Kitchell, Rick Embry with you. And gentlemen, interesting first half. Ted, we talked about Coach Moore and his staff being such masters of making changes here at halftime, and it'll be interesting to see what they come up with. They've moved the ball. They've looked good defensively, let up that one big play, but it's just some mistakes, just not finishing drives in the red zone.
Yeah, between the 20s, we've been very good. We've moved the ball up and down the field and moved it quite easily. And then we get to the 20-yard line, and it's just we haven't been able to do anything. One of the things that is really hurting us is we have not been able to handle their pressure. We're getting to the line of scrimmage too late. Plays come in a little slow. Plays come in a little, not on time. You go up to the line of scrimmage, and all of a sudden they're in a blitz package, and you've got to get your team out of that package to other than you just run right into it, and that's why we haven't been able to move. So we'll see what type of changes are made, and Coach Moore has always done an outstanding job of keeping his team in the game, and that missed field goal I think will come down and be a big point in this game.
I mean, I think not getting any points out of those three drives inside the 25-yard line, I mean, that's a big deal. You get both of those field goals blocked. You get points on the board there, and you can kind of go, hey, we're moving the ball. We got points on the board. We're ahead by, 6 points, that kind of stuff. Instead, you get both of those blocked, and then, boom, Cathedral gets one big play, and you're behind. So, in earlier games this year, we've talked about the adjustments that the defense needs to make at halftime. Tonight, it's adjustments that the offense needs to make, and it's adjustments to their blocking, because Cathedral is bringing guys. They're bringing guys on run blitzes. They're bringing guys on pass blitzes, and they're getting home. They're either stopping our running backs for no gain or losses, and they're getting to Oscar before he has time to throw the ball. So you got to figure out a way to, whether it's hard count that defense or something else blocking-wise to obviously get points on the board in the second half.
Center Grove Marching Band performing here at halftime. Doing a great job here in the first half from the end zone bleachers, and now performing here at intermission. They always do a fabulous job. And, yeah, it'll be interesting what the Center Grove Trojans can do offensively. Again, just struggling to move the football. And Again, we saw some physical running last week. Do they try to maybe go back to some old school physical football and try to run with the wing tee? Again, they're just struggling here in the first half to move it.
Well, and right now they're bringing more guys than you have to block. So you got to figure out a way, whether that's bringing in a couple tight ends or double wingbacks or something like that, to get those guys blocked, or you're going to continue to run into problems. So we'll see what happens in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple stuff. I mean, when you see they're just putting pressure, and pretty much pressure right up the middle. They're not really blitzing from their cornerbacks or anything like that. They're just blitzing with their linebackers right up the middle. So at some point in time, you've got to attack the middle of the field and be able to make them back them off a little bit. If they continue to be able to put the pressure on us, we're going to have a hard time scoring points.
Austin, let's go ahead and take a look at our Dan Gandolf Financial Services scoreboard. Brownsburg was down early 3-0, and now they lead Zionsville 14-6 at intermission. Ben Davis at home being shut out by Carmel 26-0 in the second quarter. Also in the second quarter, Warren Central scoring a lot of points at Lawrence North. They're up 42-21. Lawrence North will be here next Friday night.
That's basically for the MIC championship too, right there.
At Avon at intermission, the Orioles trailed Westfield 24-14. Westfield nearly knocked off number 1 Brownsburg last week. Fishers at home, down at halftime to Franklin Central 21-14. The Flash is steadily improving each week. In the second quarter at home, Decatur Central all over Greenwood 55-7. That's a Mid-State Conference game. Columbus North at home taking on Class 5A number 2 Bloomington South. The Panthers lead the Bulldogs 28-14 in the second quarter. We'll see Bloomington South in Week 9 on the road. HSC at home leading the Noblesville Millers 31-0. North Central and Lawrence Central tied at 14 in the second quarter. LaSalle out of Ohio leading the Roncalli Royals 14-0. That game at halftime in Cincinnati. Pike at home at halftime leading Guerin Catholic 14-7. And again here at Ray Skillman Stadium, the Trojans trail the Cathedral Fighting Irish. So Rick, I know you were talking about this earlier. The Center Grove boys cross country team, they had that meet tonight. Let's see, Center Grove ran great. Reading the notes here, Center Grove did win, and Jaden Salo was the individual champ as well.
Over at Terre Haute tonight? Or where is that one?
I'm checking
here.
Or
last.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, that cross-country teams, both of those, the boys and the girls, have been very good so far this season. So as they get started, probably it's not this weekend, but I think maybe next weekend is when they'll start sectional play. So
it's called the Nike Twilight, which they ran at 8 o'clock tonight. Not sure exactly where it was run, but the Center Grove boys take first place. Delta was second, Evansville Mater Dei third, Brebeuf fourth, New Pal fifth. So congratulations to the boys cross-country team taking first place tonight in the Nike Twilight race. And the marching band just wrapping up a great performance here on homecoming night. Crowd loves it. Did a tremendous job. So what we'll do, we'll take a break. After the break, we'll come back, get you ready for the second half between Center Grove and Cathedral. The Irish lead the Trojans 8-0. This is Center Grove Trojan football, presented tonight by IU Health.
It's absolutely special, obviously, to have a kid in the Super Bowl and to have a kid win a national championship in college.
Play in the NFL. That's every little kid's dream when they step on a football field. But just being able to get to that, that opportunity and moment, especially being with the Chiefs, like I was saying, it's just been a blessing. And Coach Moore, all my family, and all my friends around me too have helped me along the way.
Ever since I stepped foot off of Center Grove, I've definitely heard from, I'd say thousands of people from around this community, and I've just felt so much love from them. It's been great.
We have a great professional community because our parents are caring and our parents understand the importance of Center Grove. So many great schools come here to recruit, And everybody asks me, well, why would schools, these great academic schools, come here? Because they know they get the best student athletes. Center Grove teachers are the best teachers, and they teach college prep classes.
I feel like with Center Grove, I feel like you just set at a higher standard just from everybody, and it kind of just pushes you to want to be the best version of yourself.
Man, it's just been an amazing opportunity just to grow up in this, this type of area. Even since we were young, all the families, parents, moms and dads have been there for everybody.
That family atmosphere where everybody takes care of everybody, and we don't really worry about what's outside of our community. It's just we take care of ourselves so well.
I just want to say thank you to everybody for the support. It means the world to me.
There's a great community and a great atmosphere just for everything you do in Center Grove. I feel like everything you do, you have a great mindset, and just all the people you're around, you feel like you're loved and you're supported by everything you do.
I love that they're humble, and I love that they still love to practice. But what I love the most is they're the greatest young men of all.
This is the place that's skill built. Here, highly skilled physicians never rest in their pursuit to heal, to comfort, to cure. With these hands, you'll receive nationally recognized heart care and Indiana's most leading-edge cancer care. With these hearts, with these guts, with these brains, you'll find the highest level of care in the state. This is the hope that's skill built, and it's around every corner of Indiana University Health.
Guys, Billy and Wood closes in days, not weeks.
Well, it looks like the hometown team of Bailey and Wood Mortgage Lenders is running some really great plays.
Yeah, Walker, it is the winning combination of in-house processing and underwriting, along with providing 5-star customer service that gets you to the closing table fast.
It's pretty evident that Bailey and Wood is the winning team for all your mortgage needs.
Mortgages and snacks.
Yeah.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? And what would it be like? With today's home values, this is the perfect time to sell and make those dreams real. When you work with a world-class agent at Coldwell Banker, you benefit from trusted guidance and our revolutionary seller's assurance program to make your home sale more rewarding than ever. So it really is true. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams.
Our car wash remembers your car's quirks better than your favorite barista remembers your coffee order. Delivering a wash experience as smooth and effortless as your morning latte.
Back inside Ray Skillman Stadium, just a couple of minutes away before we get this second half underway. Center Grove trailing the Cathedral Fighting Irish 8-0. Center Grove's been putting up a lot of points this year, but tonight, first half, struggling with the offense. And Rick, something you talked to Coach Moore last Saturday during the, I think it was the junior varsity game. Center Grove just struggling with the receivers, getting off the line of scrimmage and just getting that separation from the defensive backs, and maybe they're struggling with that again tonight.
Well, you don't realize how much you miss Drake McClurg and his ability. You know, he had really good speed, but not, track speed, but he was able to make those moves at the line of scrimmage that he would get open, 10, 15 yards down the line of scrimmage. And those guys, the Center Grove struggled the last 2 weeks against some really good defensive backs, athletic defensive backs. It seems like the same thing is happening tonight, but we're moving the ball. Like Ted said, we're moving the ball from the 20 to the 20, and then you just have not been able to put the ball in the end zone. And once you get inside the red zone, got to change. That's what halftime's for.
That concludes our Race Going Auto Group halftime show. Our second half replays presented by Howard Companies. Our third quarter presented by IU Health and by Morgan Insurance Group. The Irish will kick off from the right hash to begin this second half. Krisloff will kick off, and again, quite a weapon. Great leg. And he kicks this one deep all the way to the end zone. That goes at least 5 yards deep into the end zone for a touchback. Let's see what the Trojans can dial up here on this opening drive of the second half.
Let's just see how they try to handle the pressure. Let's see if Cathedral continues to put the pressure up, right up the middle, and put the pressure on the quarterback to get rid of that ball as quickly as possible. Let's see what each team is looking to do.
Well, and here's one thing I don't like right off the bat, Kevin. No Ricky Lange out there in the backfield. You got Brody Tilton, and I don't see Lange even on the sideline. That is not what that position needs.
Play action. Oscar Sloan is throwing, and is an incomplete pass, looking for Eli Williams on the down and out back shoulder, and Williams not there. It's an incomplete pass off target. Sloan having a quick conversation with Eli. Just not on the same page. Yeah, I keep scanning the sideline looking for number 4. Maybe Sean can find Ricky Lange on the sideline, but he does not start this second half, and he's been by far Center Grove's best running back for the last few weeks. Second down and 10.
Here they
Sloan,
come.
he is absolutely drilled. He completes the pass to Don Barry for the first down. Sloan needs help up. He got drilled. He's on his feet. He's headed back to the huddle. Let's watch the replay from Howard Companies.
Well, a great job, obviously, of sticking in the pocket, and then Don Barry just sits down about 10 yards down the field, makes one guy miss. You know, we talked about at the start of the game that Oscar Sloan hasn't had to win a game for that offense this year. Tonight might be the first one where he needs to.
That's a good point. A lot of times you tell your young quarterbacks manage the game, but tonight they may need him to make some plays to win this game, and it's a low snap, and Oscar's not able to handle it. It'll be at the 32, so a loss of 4 yards.
That makes it that much tougher when you get behind the chains like that.
You got an aggressive defense, even getting more aggressive when they pick up 4 yards on that misplay right there. So they're going to be very, very after you and after that football here on this down.
Second and 15. Make that second and 14. Play action.
Same
Oscar.
Same guy.
Is it an incomplete pass or is it a fumble?
No, that's a fumble.
He was had the ball in his hands, or his hand. I don't think it was going forward. It's knocked out of his hand. It's a fumble. Watch the replay. Irish ball.
Same guy keeps blitzing. All same guy.
Obviously, in high school, you don't have any possibility of a replay there, but it sure looked like he didn't knock it out of his hand.
26, Parker Scott knocked it out of the hand of Oscar Sloan. It's recovered by the Irish at the Center Grove 29. So it goes down as a fumble. Pappas, he is hit hard on the perimeter by Hayes. That would be Vinny Hayes. But he gets away from that tackle and gets it to the 27, a couple of yards.
Yeah, and once again,
Carson Sloan with the tackle.
Cathedral's having success bringing extra guys, and if Center Grove can't pick that up, they're going to continue to do that. They're not afraid of the big play against them throwing the ball, and that's why they continue to bring more people.
Throwing, slant pass, led his man too much, incomplete. He's had some success with that play in the first half. This time he's just a little bit in front of Ayers.
Well, one thing for the viewers at home, True Paxton's jersey got ripped in that first half, so instead of having number 11, he's number 1 at that linebacker position here in the second half.
In case you thought that might be Drake McClure making a miraculous
wishful
comeback.
Thinking, I know.
It's a little tight on him, I'll say that much. Yeah, he had his jersey ripped. True Paxton did in that first half. 3rd and 8 for the Irish. Coors throwing and completes, and the Trojans don't allow any yards after catch. He gets it to the 21, 6 yards. Going to be 2 yards shy of the first down.
Here comes Krisloff.
Really? Wow, I'm surprised.
Landon Hughes with the reception. Krisloff in to kick a field goal. Had his field goal blocked to end the first half.
Got to make sure they snap the ball.
Wasn't blocked, I shouldn't say that. It was a high snap, excuse me.
Don't jump off sides.
38-yard attempt, plenty of leg, and it is good. 11-0 Irish.
Well, they take advantage of the turnovers, which Center Grove was not able to do in that first half. They get 3 on the board from Krisloff.
Yeah, Center Grove had 2 blocked in the first half by the same player.
Well, as Rick said, I mean, Cathedral's unafraid of somebody beating them deep. Center Grove does not have a lot of speed at wide receiver, and Cathedral thinks that we can stay with those guys man to man, and yet we can put a lot of pressure on the quarterback. And number 7 continues to work on the left at the quarterback, looking at the field to his left. Number 7 keeps blitzing from that point all night.
Our second half replay is presented by Howard Companies. Howard Companies has been paving the Midwest since 1960, delivering top quality asphalt and pavement services, consistently ranked among the nation's top contractors. They're proud to serve Central Indiana. Learn more at howardcompanies.com. Center Grove has to find some offense. Krisloff. Last one went 5 yards deep. This one even further, maybe 6-7 yards deep. Another touchback. Center Grove from its own 20. Second possession here in the second half. The first possession, again, a fumble by Sloan, the quarterback.
Such a weapon when you make the other team go 80 yards. We've seen Center Grove be able to go 60 yards, not 80 yards so far tonight, and every time Krisloff either punts the ball back to Center Grove or kicks off, that's what you're going to have to do.
Tilton. Still no Ricky Lange here in the second half. Tilton to the 23-yard line, maybe 24. He'll say 24, gave him 4 yards. Yeah, I've looked up and down the sideline. I do not see number 4, Ricky Lange, the sophomore sensation, on the sideline for Center Grove. Second down and a long 7. Rolling right, throwing to Tilton with the completed pass. He's got good speed. He's got the first down across the 35. He's out of bounds at the 36.
That time
12 yards.
Center Grove was able to roll him out, the quarterback, roll him out to the right on the move, throw a little 5-6 yard pass, and they pick up 15 yards. That's the kind of thing that you're going to have to do. You're going to have to get him moving a little bit with that football.
You also wonder if you maybe try to switch things up a little bit and maybe go a little bit quicker. Try to get Oscar in position and not allow that Cathedral defense to get set.
In the wing T formation, and it's absolutely blown up right up the middle. And Tilton's down again, the running back Tilton. So no Lange, and now Tilton's down.
Yeah, that was Knowles once again.
Right up the middle. He just came right over the center, I believe.
Yeah, 7 is the one having the big night, though.
I mean, that's it goes through the hole, and
that's Knowles.
Once again, you've got to hard count them or something to make that front not only 3 guys, but it's technically 6 guys because they're bringing all of those linebackers. Half the time they're bringing in another safety as well to pressure, and Center Grove has not made those adjustments so far.
So losing a couple of yards. It's at the 34, 2nd and 12. Across the middle, Dom Berry with one hand, couldn't pull it in. Incomplete pass, 3rd and 12. It just seems like Center Grove offensively just very limited. Again, a lot of players hurt. We know that. Can't use that as an excuse. Maybe Lane just gone out of the lineup now. We haven't seen him here in the second half. Just looking for answers. Owen Oliver in the backfield.
Guess how many guys they're going to bring. Oh, this time they only rush 3.
Yeah, they back out.
Sloan steps up in the pocket, dumps it off, and it's an incomplete pass. And Sloan once again was hit hard, and he's back to his feet. Hopefully he's okay. He has been hit hard 2 or 3 times tonight. He's going to walk to the sideline. He appears to be okay.
And that was just a delayed blitz a little bit, or when Sloan took a couple steps up in the pocket, then here comes Knowles again from that linebacker position and absolutely hit him.
It's like he's the I spy. He's the spy, and whenever our quarterback does try to move with it, 7 finds him and puts him down.
Ryan Freege, senior, back deep to return the punt. Dallas Cornprobe's punting for the Trojans. Looked like there was some contact.
He's got to fall down.
But the official doesn't throw the flag. It looked like he might have been contacted a little bit.
You got to fall down or they won't ever call that. So
32 yards on the punt.
And they're coming close to blocking a punt as well, which right now big difference in this game so far as special teams.
Yeah, I was going to say they've dominated the special teams category.
Rick, our special delivery has arrived.
Yeah, that means Ted and I are out for about the next 5 minutes, Kevin, because we got ice cream that just came up to us.
Is Sean and Austin in on the mic?
Absolutely.
Ellis Frozen Yogurt just arrived here in the press box. Thank you to Chad Stewart. Thank you. Owner of Ellis Frozen Yogurt taking care of us tonight.
Kobe Cherry and Paxson there combine on that. And as a defense, Ted, you got to keep grinding. You got to keep hoping that you can get a turnover or something like that to help your offense out a little bit.
Yeah, they need a turnover in this part of the field, whether it be an interception, knock the ball loose, something.
Completed pass runs out of bounds. Connor O'Brien, 6'1", senior, with the reception and first down. Gets out of bounds at the 48. 14 yards.
O'Brien had 4 catches for 52 coming in, and now Cathedral moves quickly.
Pappas cross midfield to the 49, 3 yards with the run.
Good play by Cherry again for a short gain.
You can see they're not huddling. They like to keep things going right here. They've got the momentum. They're able to pick up big yardage, and you're going to see them continuing to play fast.
Second down and 8. 6:10 to play. We're in the third quarter. 11-0 Cathedral. Pappas grinds out a couple of yards. Drew Paxson with the tackle again, wearing jersey number 1 here in the second half. 47-yard line for the Irish. Third and 5. Flag, far side of the field.
Motion.
Going against the Irish, 5-yard penalty.
And he was clearly looking to his left side there. Make a quick pass.
Center Grove fans making a lot of noise here on 3rd and 10. Cam Coors in the shotgun. 4 receiver sets. Throwing the long one here to the near side. Incomplete pass. Coming out of his break was Evan Johnson. Diving for it. Can't make the catch.
Yeah, that was a tough play. A long pass completely across the field, and wide receiver made a diving attempt, but Now Krisloff's going to be back, and we'll see. At the best, Center Grove's going to take over on the 20. Krisloff going to try to pin them inside the 20. Oh, you got to come up and get that ball.
Ane backs away, and
Wow.
it goes into the end zone. Caught a break. Center Grove caught a break.
Center Grove's defense has actually played pretty well tonight. They've been able to keep Center Grove in the football game, only down 10-0. But it's getting to the point where the offense has got to move the football, because Peoples is going to continue to play field position football. He's going to make you drive 60 or 70 yards if you want to score. And so far, Center Grove's offense can drive about 50 or 60 yards, but they can't get that last 20.
And we always talk about, Kevin, how difficult it is for a high school team to go 80 yards and to go 80 yards without a 60 or 70-yard pass play or a run play like that. And that's what Center Grove's missing right now without making mistakes.
52 yards for Krisloff on that punt, and now Tilton found a nice opening to the 25, 5 yards.
It was 5 yards, but, man, it looked like it was going to be 15 or more, and then, boom, number 12, Caden Nelson comes up from that safety position, and really nice tackle.
Second and 5 for the Trojans. Tilton finds an opening. Good gain on second down. Going to be just a couple of yards shy of the first down.
You're right. Quick hitters right up the middle there. Now you're third and short, but they're going to stack the box here, and you got to be able to block all those guys up front. We'll see if they can do that on third down.
Yeah, I mean, when you try to go right up the middle, they're going to have two linebackers coming in on top of that defensive line, and it's going to be tough going right in the middle of that line.
Third and a long one. Passing to Barry. They're ready for it. He tries to put the hand down to try and get that yardage for the first down, but he's going to be short, and a player down. Looked like the one that made the tackle.
That's Couch. What a
Alex Couch.
Great tackle again by Couch. One-on-one against Barry. And he actually comes up with holding his side a little bit there, and now he's down looking. But once again, Center Grove's going to have to punt this away. 3 and out. Just really having a difficult time now. Couch is up and walking off.
Center Grove will lose 1 yard on the play. Hear the applause for Couch. He's the one that's blocked the 2 field goals in the first half. And here comes Dallas to punt. Center Grove just not able to move the ball.
He needs to understand, too, he needs to up his pace just a little bit. When he catches that ball and gets his foot into it, don't stand back there and take your time, because Cathedral has been very close about twice now. Blocking the punt.
They're bringing more guys here. Center Grove brings a couple of their gunners in. 2 is the one that's been close.
High snap. He gets rid of it. They were in his face once again.
Wow.
And a great job by their return man.
Very dangerous.
But he's being aggressive.
But he saved them probably 15 yards by coming up and getting that.
27-yard punt. Freegee comes up, makes the sliding catch. Football placed at the Cathedral 44. 3:24 to play. We're in the third quarter. Center Grove down 11-0.
But you look at those 2 possessions, in Cathedral started their last possession inside the 30. This time they're at the 43. So you're plus 13 due to your special teams and moving the ball a little bit, which Center Grove has not.
Pappas, a couple of yards. Stanley for Center Grove loses his helmet. He'll come off for a play. So far, it's been a quiet night for our good friend Eric Hobbig.
Unfortunately.
Hobbig again donating $10 to the CG Athletic Department for each Center Grove touchdown. No touchdowns as of yet for the Trojans. on 2nd and 8. He's going to pull it and throw it, and he's wide open. First down, there's a flag. Away from the football.
That's late.
Connor O'Brien had the first down. And
ineligible man downfield. They had one of their linemen that was at 3+ yards. He didn't think he was going to pull it, and so he was down the field a little bit. And that's a big, big loss there because you're right. He was wide open. You'll see it here. I don't remember which guy it was, but right
there he is. And he's 5 yards down the field.
Number 76, yeah. That's what Paxson was saying as well. He's like, he can't be down the field blocking.
Hard to hide when you're 290 pounds.
Yes.
2nd and 13 for the Irish. Pappas to the 45. 4 yards.
That's the tough part, though, man. When you run that RPO, those linemen are trying to block. They don't know what's going to happen, but you got to be disciplined enough to know, hey, I'm only going to block 3 yards, and then I got to stop because he might pull that back and decide to pass it.
3rd and 9. Steps up in the pocket, gets away from one defender. The second defender hit him, and finally taken down. Well short of the first down.
2 spin moves there from Coors.
Trying to do the spin to win, but he finally got taken down.
Man, Frankie Hayes was there first, or actually it was Sloan, and then Bright missed him, and finally I think Cherry might have come all the way back to. They need to hurry up and get off the field.
Is that their regular kicker?
Yeah, that's Chris Loft.
I think it's Chris Loft back there punting. Last punt covered 52 yards. Hit it all the way to the end zone. This one a little bit shorter. Fair catch by Aune at the 15-yard line.
Well, I mean, Bill Peebles is more than happy to play the game like this. He is on his side of the field. He can continue to work. If they get a few yards, fine. If not, they get back and punt, start field position again, and, going to make it very, very difficult for Center Grove, where they're going to have to go 80 or 90 yards if they expect to get 6 points.
This is the 4th possession of the second half. Center Grove started at the 20 or inside the 20 on all 4.
Yep. Once you get behind in that field position game, it makes it very tough. You got to pick up 3 or 4 first downs and get out of the hole.
Mishandles the snap, tackled at the 1. Fumble into the end zone. Touchdown Irish. Wheels are falling off tonight for the Center Grove. Bad snap or mishandled snap. I don't know if it was a bad snap. We'll watch the replay, but it's recovered in the end zone. Touchdown for the Irish.
A little bit to his left, and then he picked it up, not realizing the guy was right on him. Oh. And Cathedral has come in, and that defense has taken over tonight.
Setting up in, they call this, the swinging gate? That's what I've heard it be called at times. We'll see if they'll go to the PAT kick or if they'll throw it. They did have a 2-point conversion with their first touchdown back in the second quarter, and now they're going to line up to kick it with Chris Loft. So for his career, he's 101 out of 101 on PAT kicks.
Is that good, Kevin?
Pretty good. Very good.
I don't think you can get much better than that.
He's been starting it since his freshman year. That's over almost 4 seasons now.
Center Grove got very lucky when he clanged that field goal attempt at the end of the first half off the upright. But that is about the only thing that has went right for Center Grove so far tonight. Cathedral in full control.
Well, we got the 2015 team. Anybody have any eligibility left from that 2015 team? Maybe 2020?
Hey.
With all the injuries that the Center Grove's having.
You know me, glass half full, Kevin. This ice cream was fantastic from Ella's. So let's
it's
focus
not
on
ice
that.
cream. It's yogurt.
Sorry, frozen yogurt
Frozen
by
yogurt.
Ella's.
Yes.
Oh, top notch. Actually, Mia and I hit up the Ella's frozen yogurt earlier this week and got us some while her mom was off doing a meeting or whatever. It was fantastic earlier this week, and twice in 1 week. I'll take that all the time.
Yes, that's been the highlight so far tonight. 1:14 left to play. We're in the third. 18-0 Irish. Krisloff to the end zone, out of the end zone. Touchback.
Well, what do you do now? We didn't get much of an improvement over in the third quarter after our adjustments were made at halftime. So Cathedral continues to dominate the game. Offensively, they've improved, but defensively, they've had Center Grove's number all night.
Yeah, but once again, our defense has not played that poorly, like you said.
Yeah.
Just that one big play that they gave up.
Tilton's had some success here in the third quarter. That's one bright spot. He's had some good runs.
He has, but once again, you get 6 or 7 on one carry, and then all of a sudden you got a negative play. Or they do a good job of making good sure tackles, so it's 6 yards instead of 25 yards. And Tilton, Coach Moore has also said, is not a kid that you can run 25 or 30 times a game without him breaking down a little bit, and you just saw that with Ricky Lange in the first half.
Tilton was 6 yards on 2nd down and 4. He does run for the first down.
Here's the other thing. Cathedral's going to be perfectly happy for you to get 3 or 4 yards and take 5 or 6 minutes off that clock with them having a 3-score lead. You got to start going a little bit quicker as well.
Wyatt Hodson in to run for the Trojans in the backfield. New set of downs for Center Grove at the 32. Should be our final play potentially. Down to 15 seconds here in the third. Sloan Timmons with the catch at the 40. And going to be tackled at the 42. Enough for a first down. 10 yards for Timmons. And that will be your final play of the third. Center Grove's got some work to do. They're down 18-0 to the Cathedral. Fighting Irish heading into the fourth. This is CG Football presented by IU Health.
This is the place that's skill built. Here, highly skilled physicians never rest in their pursuit to heal, to comfort, to cure. With these hands, you'll receive nationally recognized heart care and Indiana's most leading-edge cancer care. With these hearts, with these guts, with these brains, you'll find the highest level of care in the state. This is the hope that's skill built, and it's around every corner of Indiana University Health.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? And what would it be like? With today's home values, this is the perfect time to sell and make those dreams real. When you work with a world-class agent at Coldwell Banker, you benefit from trusted guidance and our revolutionary seller's assurance program to make your home sale more rewarding than ever. So it really is true. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams.
Underway in the fourth quarter. Center Grove down 18-0 to the Cathedral Fighting Irish. Center Grove on first down, getting 1 yard to bring up 2nd down and 9. Tilton back in at running back. Center Grove just trying to find some offense. It's been a titanic struggle tonight, trying to get some yards. against this very good Cathedral defense.
They're just bringing extra guys. I mean, people are going to say, man, our offensive line's not blocking. Well, they've got extra guys that they're bringing, and we have not been. And here comes 8 more.
Sloan throws one up down the far right sideline. Incomplete pass.
See, and right there you had 3 guys going deep. There was no dump off or anything like that, a guy out of the backfield, because you got to bring those running backs, and they got to be able to block for those extra guys. So 3 guys going long there, and Sloan just doesn't have enough time to find one of them.
Roman Young's intended receiver. Again, we have not seen Ricky Lange at all in the second half in the backfield. Third and 9. Sloan steps up, and he nearly got sacked. Throws an incomplete pass here on the near side. Aiden Francis intended receiver, and it'll be 4th down, and Center Grove's going to have to punt unless they keep the offense out there.
Under pressure all game long. That time they're only rushing 4 guys. Well, they rushed 3, and then Knowles came late.
I was going to say 3. Looked like the Philadelphia Eagles against Kansas City in the Super Bowl. I mean, 4 guys rushing all day and just continued to put Mahomes on his back. And right now, number 7 for Cathedral is dominating this football game.
Gannon Knowles, 6'1", 205-pound senior linebacker. Center Grove's lining up to go for it on 4th and 9, but Coach Moore is going to call a timeout.
Yeah, because your play clock was down to 3.
Let's go to our scoreboard. Our 4th quarter tonight being presented by IU Health and by Kopetsky Auto Wash, and our scoreboard presented by Dan Gandolf Financial Services. Brownsburg pulling away from the Zionsville Eagles in the 3rd, 21-6. Ben Davis scoreless. Carmel blowing them out 33-0 in the 3rd. Lawrence North at home struggling against Warren Central in the 3rd, 42-21 Warriors. Avon also struggling at home, Westfield 31, Avon 14 in the 3rd. Franklin Central Fishers in a good one, tied at 21 in the 3rd quarter. Greenwood getting shellacked at home in the 3rd quarter by Decatur Central, 55-7. Columbus North losing big at home to Bloomington South, 34-17 in the 3rd. Here at Ray Scone Stadium, 18-0, all Cathedral.
Yeah, and the Center Grove obviously down 18. They're going to go for it. 4th and 9 inside your own territory.
Sloan looking across the middle, caught for the 1st down.
What a throw, what a catch.
Dom Berry with the catch at the Cathedral 45.
He had to drop down to throw that one, didn't he?
That's just a great route there by Barry. You see he finds the 1st down sticks and then gets hit by a safety after he catches it, but a big 1st down for Center Grove.
11 yards for Dom Berry. See if the Trojans can get some momentum here. Trying to find something here on offense. And
he's
there's
gone.
Brody Tilton, middle of the field to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Here come the Trojans. 45 yards for Brody Tilton.
Well, they guessed right here. You see the safety. Safety comes up and he's blitzing on the right side. You get that linebacker block. Knowles for the first time all night. Tilton's off to the races.
It almost looked like that double handoff they used to run all the time out of the wing T, but when he came through there, and Rick mentioned early in the game, if you get through the first grouping of defense, you're probably going to go a long way, and he did right there.
Center Grove going to go for 2 here. Try to cut this to a 10-point lead.
Roman Young's in motion. Rolling right, Oscar throws and completes. 2-point conversion to Dom Berry.
Boy, Berry has caught everything he's thrown to him tonight. I mean, he's been an outstanding tight end. I thought how you showed him running his route, he knew exactly where he needed to get a 1st down. That is progress right there.
Berry going to play at Wake Forest next year. big first down conversion there by the offense, and then one play later, off to the races goes Brody Tilton. So for the first time tonight, Center Grove with a little life on this home side of the field.
So finally we can say with that touchdown, Hobby Injury Law of Greenwood donating $10 to the Center Grove Athletic Department. For trusted injury representation, call 317-528-0666 or visit online at hobbyinjurylaw.com. And with that 2-point conversion, I guess with State Farm, that's field goals and extra point kicks. So we'll put a pause on that. But Center Grove 18-8 down 10.
Well, we've seen some weird things in this rivalry over the years, gentlemen, and well, we have another one tonight, and a Center Grove team that looked all but dead 2 plays ago, and all of a sudden a little bit of life. You'll see now if your defense can get a 3-and-out stop and get the ball back to your offense.
Corn Probst boots this one deep and into the end zone for a touchback.
Also, don't forget, this is a Cathedral team last week that was up 25-7 with about 5 minutes to go in the game. They gave up 3 straight touchdowns in 4 minutes to Trotwood to fall behind 28-25, and then they get a game-winning drive with under a minute to go to win that game. So they had a couple mistakes there late in the fourth quarter, and maybe it's something where they start thinking over on sideline, oh no, not again.
10:35 on the clock. Irish with the ball from their own 20. Pappas redirects, goes around the left side. Hammered at the 28, 8 yards on first down, just too much.
Yeah, right there, that was well blocked on that left side.
Well, I'm amazed that they're wanting to play fast.
Quick snap, you're right. First down here for the Irish. Somebody came in late. Offensive lineman kind of came in late on that play. No flag.
I mean, why do you want to play fast when you got 30 seconds left on the shot clock and you only got 10-12 in the game and you got a 10-point lead?
Ball at the 32, 4 yards for Pappas. Some great questions, Ted. Sticking with the ground game with Pappas to the 35, 3 yards.
Well, and the problem is you let them get a first down or two, even if they have to punt, then Krisloff's going to launch one and you're going to take over 90 yards away from getting another touchdown. So that's all it takes when you have a leg like that, is to get a few yards, a couple first downs.
Second down and 7 from the Irish 35-yard line. Throwing here to the near side, threw it behind his man, incomplete pass. Adam Ayers, the intended receiver.
Third down, 7.
Rick, to your point, we have seen some crazy things in this Center Grove Cathedral rivalry through the years.
Well, with this down and distance, you surely what's their favorite play here? I mean, is it to throw the guy ripping the seam right here up the middle? Is it to the
now he's
outside?
In motion here, number 9.
They're going to try to run it, and they're going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that tells
Fourth
me,
and 7.
Yeah, that tells me, number 1, I trust my punter to back you up, and number 2, hey, you had one drive against my defense, but for the most part, my defense has played pretty well against you. I'll take my chances.
Carson Sloan with the tackle.
So why not take the time off the clock? I mean, I don't get it. I mean,
and another case in point here, they're going to punt this away with.
Yeah, he's won a lot more state titles than I ever will, but I do have question that.
Talking about clock management.
That's such a flop. He flopped in the first half. He flopped right there trying to get a penalty. Goodness.
Fair catch by Ane, 32 yards on the punt. Center Grove fans making some noise, trying to get this offense clicking. 18-8, Center Grove trails by 10 with 8:43 to play in the fourth.
Well, that's about as good as you could expect to get the ball back. Not Chris Loft's best punt of tonight.
32 yards. Tilton in the backfield. Tilton takes the handoff again. Another good opening. He's across the 40.
I like
Close
it.
to the
I like
first
it.
down.
I like just a different look, something different for the defense. They've been able to just sit in there and do the same things all night, and all of a sudden you give them a couple different looks, and for Center Grove get a little momentum.
They're starting to find something, aren't they, Ted? 11 yards. First down, move the chains.
You got to continue to get that play in quickly and speed things up a little bit.
15 on the play clock. A lot better getting to the line of scrimmage by the Trojans. Getting out of that huddle. Once again, Tilton, there's a flag. This might be holding against the Trojans. He got it to the 45, picked up a couple of yards, but flag.
So now you get behind the chains, 1st and 20. That's when, they've done it pretty much almost every down as Cathedral's been able to get pressure on the quarterback, and right now you go back to pass, and they're going to bring extra guys.
Back to the 33-yard line, holding against the Trojans.
And the clock's going to wind.
Approaching 8 minutes in tonight's ball game. Sloan, he's hit, he fumbled, ball's loose. Cathedral has it.
It's not a score because he was down on the ground, but
Cathedral football.
Blind side, you don't pick him up again. And
blitz from the blind side, he couldn't see him and hits Sloan, he fumbles the ball.
All night long. Guess what? Every other team in Center Grove sectional and beyond postseason is going to watch this film. Sloan did not have a chance on that one.
Football at the Trojan 27 here for the Irish. Pappas hit out of bounds. Hear the pop from the press box. Wow, that was a heck of a hit.
Paxson was over there. Also, I think Yoder and Burnett from the defensive backfield.
One yard. Second down and 9. Pappas got a yard. He's back in the backfield, ready to go after that big hit. Coors passing, completes to the 20. There's a flag. Yoder with a nice tackle.
I think you might have another guy downfield.
Flag thrown by the near official here on the near sideline.
Yeah, again. 70 and 76 both were 5 yards down the field.
Again, those guys as big as they are, they're not hiding. Unless they report as being eligible, but I don't think they did. So it is a 5-yard penalty against the Fighting Irish. 7:36 to play on the clock. We're in the fourth quarter.
Well, the good thing is they ran out of bounds the play before that, so the clock will not wind. Oh, I was wrong.
Referee says wind the clock.
Wind it because the result of that play was not an incomplete pass. So they can let this one go under 10, which they are.
Pappas swallowed up as he takes the handoff. Pappas might need some help back to his feet.
Yeah, he's
Carson Sloan in the backfield, among others.
Pappas is in la-la land right now. He's wobbling to the sideline. Yeah, he does come off.
A loss of 3 yards.
Well, and I mean, now even though Ted and I watched Krisloff at halftime booming him from 50, he did that without having the snap, without having the hold, and right now is a 52-yarder.
Coors, deep drop.
Not a hold.
Back paddling.
Don't hit him out of bounds.
Throws it out of bounds. Outside the tackle box. Did he get it back to the line of scrimmage? That's the question.
They're looking, but I don't think they haven't thrown any flags, so.
You always got to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, and we got a late penalty, and they're pointing towards Center Grove. This would be an absolute killer.
Did he throw the black towel or something? I mean,
he threw his hat
yeah,
and he threw the flag.
So this could be offsetting. There was some extra pushing and shoving going on after the play away from the ball. So this could possibly be offsetting. We shall see.
Dead ball.
Yeah, again, I believe it happened after the play, so the play should stand. Should be still 4th down. Clock says 4th and 17, so if it's a 15-yard penalty, you're looking at 4th and 2 if it goes against Center Grove.
Well, if it's during them.
I think it was after. Yeah, offsetting. So it's 4th and 17.
And
so take the play.
They're bringing the kick team. Well, it could be the punt team.
He does punt. He does kick. So they have the block to kick off or to kick the field goal. Yes, they're going to put it down. This will be, what, a 52-yard attempt?
This would be a career high and a Cathedral record if he hits this.
Looks like 52 yards. Krisloff, 7 of 11 on field goals. Missed one at the end of the first half for that reason right there. It was a high snap again. Center Grove blocked it. Center Grove blocked it. High snap. And the Trojans block it. Let's watch it on the replay.
Yeah, I don't know if that was Hayes around the left side.
Yeah,
here.
after this left side, over here by us.
Benny Hayes.
Got
Benny Hayes, 34.
Very deep in there.
Well, your defense steps up. Unfortunately, your offense has got to go 80 yards here. So
to get within 3.
Yeah.
And you got to protect Oscar, the quarterback. He has been hit numerous times tonight.
The problem is if Oscar comes up to the line and he sees 7 guys coming at him and he's only got 5 or 6 guys to block, he needs to call timeout. They're gonna keep putting a lot of pressure on him.
The ball at the 20. 6:24 to play. We're in the 4th quarter. 18-8. Cathedral leads Center Grove. Down and out, dropped it. Timmons had it in the hands and then just couldn't hang on to it. That would have been a first down or close to it.
Yeah, he had it and then tried to bring it in to his body, and that's where he lost control of that. And as he comes off, he's taking off the gloves.
2nd down and 10. Stops the clock with 6:18. Delayed handoff on the draw play, not going to fool Cathedral. Nelson with the tackle in the backfield.
Well, when you're blitzing guys that fake like you're going to throw the ball, doesn't matter because he's already in the backfield, so he's going to tackle whoever's right there and just a slow developing play, and he just takes his pick. Tackle the quarterback or tackle the running back that just got the ball.
A loss of 5 yards, back to the 15. 3rd and 15 for the Trojans. High snap. Oscar is going to be sacked again. Coverage sack, one would think. Nobody open down the field. We do have a flag.
Your only hope there is if there's a blow to the head, because they did hit him right in the helmet. The problem
could be 15 yards and could be a first down.
Yeah, and he's looking at a number, so. Or it could be a hold in the backfield.
Face mask against the defense, against the Irish.
Oh, and they're only going to say it's 5?
There's 2 types. You got the 5-yard variety and the 15.
They need to change that. I mean, either if you.
Wow, 5 yards.
If you do the face mask, you touch the face mask.
5 yards.
Wow.
Incidental. It's 5 yards for incidental.
Yeah.
So it's to the 20, 3rd and 10. 5:33 on the clock.
And once again, they're going to wind this clock. Center Grove's going to have to huddle. Ugh.
Rushing 4, comes back to the football, incomplete. Underthrew Reese Oliver. He tried to dive for the football, tried to get his hands and arms under the football, could not.
Got to go for it.
4th and 10 at this point. Yes, you got to go for it.
And here's the problem with them bringing so many guys, Ted. They're having to keep Barry in the backfield to help block at
chip.
Yeah. So your best wide receiver option or your best receiving options is being forced to stay in that backfield to help with the pressure.
4th and 10.
This time he's out.
Sloan's throwing and looking for Eli Williams, led him too much. Incomplete pass, turnover on downs. Great field position here for the Irish at the Center Grove 20. One of our great sponsors of Center Grove Trojan football is John Bontrager of Allstate. Planning for your future, Allstate representative John Bontrager in Greenwood offers personalized financial services for your unique needs. Call 317-888-3200 today. You're in good hands with Allstate. .508 on the clock. Pappas finds a small crease opening, if you will, for a few yards, a couple of yards. Micaiah with the tackle.
Well, they're going to be perfectly happy here, like Ted said. They're in. Now they're going to huddle for the first time all night. But, yeah, they're going to run every bit of that clock down under 5 seconds before they snap the ball here. And they're just going to hand this off to Pappas. There's not going to be any throwing the ball.
Pappas taken down by True Paxton at the 20.
Paxton's had a heck of a game again.
Heck of a game, heck
playing
of a
his butt off out there. I mean, he's in on every tackle. He had to change jerseys at halftime. I mean, he's doing a heck of a job.
He is such a great football player. We watched him last year in the JV level just dominate, and he's gotten a little bit bigger in the offseason, and he's done the same thing here. Now, if you get a stop, if they run the ball, you got to use one of your timeouts.
3rd and 10 at the Trojan 20. Complete at the 20. Hanging on. Good tackle.
I'd use one here, but doesn't look like Center Grove's going to.
Player down for Center Grove.
Cramp, maybe.
Hayes down. Could be a cramp.
Yeah.
Stretching him out. Appears to be a cramp. That's one way to get that clock stopped. 3:34 to play in the 4th. Cathedral facing 4th and 7.
Well, they're going to attempt another field goal. 0 for 2 tonight for Krisloff. Sorry, 1 for 3.
This one I do believe will be a 32-yard attempt. Maybe a 33-yarder. We'll see where they put the block. Another proud supporter of Center Grove Trojan football is Morgan Insurance Group. Morgan Insurance Group offers auto, home, health, life, and business insurance tailored to your needs at competitive rates. Visit Morgan Insurance Group online at morganinsurancegroup.com. Morgan Insurance Group's protecting what matters most. Center Grove back at it next Friday night, right back here at Ray Skillman Stadium against the Lawrence North Wildcats. Last report, Lawrence North was struggling at home with the Warren Central Warriors.
Well, we'll see if they get one that's not a high snap.
This is a 34-yard attempt. They're going to put the block at the 24. You're right, the couple that he has missed, it's been because of the, in my opinion, high snaps to the snapper or to the holder.
Yeah, and wisely, Krisloff, because they just rewound the clock, he's waiting. And so he's going to run the full 40 seconds. That's why I kind of thought Center Grove might call a timeout here. Yeah, this clock will be under 3 minutes before they snap it. Smart decision there.
Jackson White, the long snapper. Connor O'Brien, the holder. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. There's the snap, the hold. And it's good. 34-yard attempt, good by Krisloff. 21-8.
Now,
Cathedral.
They're going to get a 15-yarder for a little flexing as they went off the field, but we've already seen them kick one off the 25-yard line, and Krisloff put it almost to the end zone. Man, and they're probably over 120 yards in penalties, Ted, but hasn't mattered.
No, they've dominated. They had a good game plan. The young quarterback was not able to make the adjustments he needed to make to give himself a little bit more time. I mean, you burn them on that blitz 2 or 3 times, and they'll get out of that. But if they continue to have success blitzing, they're going to stay doing it, and that's what they did tonight.
Merrill Lynch financial advisor Eric McClurg and his team have a financial game plan ready for you to help you plan for the future, and also with trusted advice. Give them a call, 812-355-3229 to get started today. Appreciate his support of Center Grove Trojan football. Center Grove freshman and JV will be at Cathedral tomorrow.
Where are they playing that?
I think over at Cathedral High School. They have a turf field I think they use for practice. I believe they also host JV freshman games there. We'll have Center Grove Band and Football League Championship Saturday tomorrow. 2 o'clock rookie division, 4 o'clock minor, and then the major division at 6 o'clock. Always a great day of football down at Bantam. Krisloff boots this one. At the 14, makes the catch, runs out of bounds. Couldn't stop his momentum, runs out of bounds. Francis caught that one on the run, just ran out of real estate. They're going to mark him at the 12.
Yeah, more flags, too.
Or 17, I'm sorry. Looks like the 17-yard line. There is a couple of flags down, you're right. Away from the ball, not even close to the action.
Well, this is by far Cathedral's best win of the season, obviously. They're in 5A. They have the number 1 team in the state in the same sectional with them in New Pal.
Personal foul against the Trojans, and what else? Personal foul against the Irish, offsetting. So the football at the 17 for the Trojans. 2:51 to play in tonight's ball game.
Here they come again. Unblocked.
He got sandwiched.
Goodness.
Absolutely got crushed. There's a flag, but he got crushed. They are just teeing off on Sloan.
You've got to find a way to pick up that guy. I mean, he's untouched around the right side to his blind side. Whether that's take that left tackle and chip him or what, but they just bring in more guys than we can block.
And why is the clock running? Clock's running, and we have a penalty being called on the field.
Should be at least 15 seconds put back on that clock.
It was an incomplete pass, a penalty called. You just want to get to the finish line here tonight without Sloan getting hurt.
No kidding.
They are absolutely teeing off on him.
Yep.
They just, you're right, off the edge. They've not been able to protect him tonight. So they're going to say roughing the passer.
There's something else, too, because it was on the 12-yard line, and now it's going all the way to the 39. That's 25 yards. I don't know if there was multiple penalties or what that was.
They were spotted at the Center Grove 39. 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Again, 2:27 to play. I don't know. There they go. Put some more time back on. Now it says 2:39. Sloan gets rid of it quickly.
Get out of bounds.
Oh, what are you doing?
Roman Young's with the catch at the 44. 5 yards. Second down and 6. He's going to be swallowed up again.
And you got to hurry back to the line of scrimmage. Oh, Center Grove going to use one of their last 2 timeouts.
Timeout called by Coach Moore. Stops the clock with 2:09. And this Cathedral defense has really exposed some issues here with this Center Grove offense.
Well, I think, sometimes fans never think this, but sometimes coaches, like a loss to kind of get you back grounded a little bit instead of thinking you're better than what you might be. And man, if this doesn't give you a little wake up call heading into the last 2 games of the regular season and the postseason, then you're in trouble.
And we've talked about it. Center Grove obviously having some issues with injuries at the running back position.
He lost another one tonight, apparently.
Yeah, we did not see Ricky Lange here in the second half. No one has seen him on the sideline, so we don't know what the status is of the sophomore Ricky Lange, who had a really great first half running the football. Third and 11, 2:09 on the clock. Sloan across the middle, complete to Francis. Across the 50 and hit out of bounds. Yep, he stays in bounds. He's at the 48-yard line at the Cathedral 48.
Great effort by Francis there to kind of drag a tackler and get that first down.
First down here for the Trojans, going fast to the line of scrimmage. Sloan dumps it off to Roman Young's underneath. He's to the 40, 35, and out of bounds. Another first down.
Smart decision there by the freshman.
Gets it to the 33 for 16 yards.
Well, just getting a little bit extra time, plus Cathedral not bringing more than those front four, Ted. And if you get Sloan that much time, then you're going to get some open guys. Unfortunately, that's not been the norm tonight.
Yeah, when he's had some time to throw, I mean, he's effective. I mean, his stats show that he's a very good quarterback. Tonight, their offensive line did not do the job as far as picking up that blitz.
Once again, thrown off his back foot, puts one out there, and it's an incomplete pass.
Took another
Not able to bring it in.
That's the best thing he could have done is drop it.
Tilton?
Yeah, I mean, the clock's going to stop. He was going nowhere right there.
Yeah, probably would have gained about 4 or 5, but you're right, that clock would have kept ticking.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, once again, an unblocked guy comes straight up the gut against Sloan. And
communication, but the linemen, I mean, you don't realize what a great job the NFL guys, their line's doing.
Across the middle, Roman Young's to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. He has been quiet all night long, and now they find him on 2 pass plays, 33-yard touchdown pass. I was just kind of curious why the Trojans have not targeted the freshman Roman Young's tonight till late here in the ball game.
Because Sloan hasn't had enough time to
what
throw
it is?
the ball. Yeah,
I mean, he's going underneath though.
Yeah.
Short pass routes, and he's wide open.
But I
here
mean,
late.
that took some time. I mean, if they don't block that effectively, he doesn't have enough time to find him. But
and Cathedral kind of backed out of the blitz. The last 2 out of the last 3 times they didn't blitz, and because of it, we were able to pick up big yardage.
Was that 33 yards?
33-yard touchdown.
And you know,
reception.
as bad as it feels like it's been tonight, Kevin, you look up at the scoreboard and guess what? You're a touchdown away from taking the lead. Now, you're going to have to onside kick and recover one here, but
it's possible.
It feels like a game that you should be behind 30-0 the way that your offense just hasn't moved the ball, but you're in it.
Penalty against the Irish, so they're going to scoot it up a little bit closer. They were offside.
Yeah, 1 timeout left for Center Grove, so obviously, hey, this time they actually got 14 blocked. Well, this is why you work on onside kicks, Ted. You get a chance to try one in a regular season game before the postseason. Man, Sloan just looks beaten and battered on that sideline. You watch him walking off, and he's grabbing his ribs, and he's grabbing and just walking slow. And got to give credit to that young man. It's been a rough one. He's been hit multiple times, but a little bit of a run here in the 4th quarter by Center Grove, and they're back within 6 points. Obviously, Cathedral's going to have their hands team in here. We'll see if Center Grove can turn the tide with an onside kick like Cathedral did 2 years ago at Butler. And last year. Last year, that's how they won the game.
21-15, Center Grove trails, 1:36 to play.
Nine guys all within 5 yards of that line.
Pappas the only one back deep for the Irish. Dallas Cornpropes will tee it here in the middle at the 40. Looks like he's taking his normal steps back.
Yeah, 6 guys over here to his left, 4 on the right.
Kicks it left, And recovered by the Irish. The first guy missed it.
He didn't get the hop. You need the bounce and the high hop, Ted, to have a chance there. And
yeah, you need the skid and then to catch and hop up in the air. That way somebody can catch it.
He'll miss it initially, but Johnson recovers it.
That's going to be ball game. Center Grove can only stop this one time. They can run 40 seconds off after that each play.
The ball at the Cathedral 48.
Little surprised here. They're not just under center taking.
Pappas takes the hand off, tackled by Kobe Cherry. Center Grove immediately calls a timeout. He gets it to the Center Grove 48, 4 yards.
Well, this will be a learning experience. I mean, they didn't do a very good job of adjusting to that blitz until late, and but young quarterback. Now that he's seen it, I'm sure he'll be able to adjust to it much better. But this week, when you lose a game like this, it feels like the coach has your ear a lot more so than when you know if you're 7 or 8-0 and you've got all the answers. Now you go home, you tail between your legs a little bit, and listen to Eric Moore and what's going to get you back to the top. And I'm sure that they'll have a good week of practice.
Center Grove hosting Lawrence North next week. .132 on the clock. 2nd down and 6 here for the Irish. Still staying in shotgun formation, it appears.
Got to try to rip out that ball. Rip it. You got to have one guy hold him up and the others, and you don't get that. So
Pappas to the 46.
Yeah, 50 seconds when they snap this one.
3rd and 4.
Yeah, they might actually let this one run all the way down to 1 second. Just call a timeout and do the same thing the next time. It's possible that they're going to have to punt on 4th down with probably less than 10 seconds. Unless they can run about 5 seconds off in this play, which they might just run around for a little bit and then take a knee. They could do like your IU team did last week, whatever weird thing that was at the end of the game.
What was that?
It was stupid is what it was.
That's what I thought so too. You just put a knee down and get on with it. What the heck? It was like he was wanting to embarrass the officials.
Timeout called by the Irish. 47 seconds left. We'll take a look at our scoreboard presented by Dan Gandolf Financial Services. Might see some finals. HSC big time over in Noblesville, 31-6. That's a final. North Central in the 4th quarter losing big to Lawrence Central, 42-14. Roncalli losing at LaSalle in Cincinnati, 22-14. Pike winning in the 4th quarter over Guerin Catholic, 28-14. We'll get to more scores on our Ducombs postgame show. Stay tuned for that. 3rd and 4. Again, 47 seconds left in this one. Oh, Center Grove jumped. Center Grove got in the neutral zone. That's a 5-yard penalty. 1st down. 1st down was 3rd and 4. 1st down for the Irish. Football at the 41. And now they can go to that victory formation. They got what they needed. Got that 1st down. No need for a punt or anything like that. They take a kneel down. I think they just do one more and it'll be ball game.
Unfortunately, that's kind of fitting that's how Center Grove finishes tonight's game.
Yeah.
Mistakes all over the place, and Cathedral gets it done.
Yeah, congratulations to Cathedral. Nice win by them. Came in tonight. I didn't expect it from this game, from what I had seen early in the year, but Coach Peebles had them ready to play, and they did a nice job of answering some questions that Center Grove obviously will have this week in practice.
21-15 final score. Center Grove 6-1 on the season. First home loss for the Trojans at 2-1 here on the home field at Ray Skillman Stadium for Cathedral. 4 straight wins for the Irish. They're 5-2, and the series now is 8 wins for the Trojans, 7 for the Irish. Stay tuned. Up next, Rick and I'll return with our Duke Holmes postgame show. This is CEG Football presented tonight by U Health.
At Peterman Brothers, we see ourselves as more than a home service company.
We're here to serve you, not just your home.
Even if it's not about your heating, cooling, plumbing, or electrical system.
We want to make sure when we come out, we're leaving you in a better state than when we arrived.
And if we do mess up, we'll stand behind our work and not give up until we make it right.
Because we're here to serve you however we can.
Back inside Ray Skillman Stadium. Final time tonight. Your final score. The Center Grove Trojans going down in defeat for the first time this season, losing to the Cathedral Fighting Irish 21-15. And before we do a quick recap on tonight's game, let's go to our Dan Gandolf Financial Services scoreboard. Get you caught up on other scores here in Week 7 of Indiana High School football. This is our Duke Holmes post-game show, and hard to believe that Zionsville led early 3-0.
Yeah.
They've scored 3 points since then. They're being blown out on the road at Brownsburg 38-6 in the fourth quarter. Bulldogs will be your number 1 team again next week, still undefeated. Carmel goes to the west side and puts a beat down on Ben Davis 42-0. That is a final. Lawrence North at home, they were down big, and now they got the game tied at 42 apiece in the fourth quarter. Center Grove will play Lawrence North here next week.
21 unanswered points there from Lawrence North in the second half.
Westfield winning big at Avon. That's a final, 38-21. Fishers and Franklin Central tied in the fourth quarter at 28 apiece. Decatur Central wins big time at Greenwood, 69-7. That's a final, Mid-State Conference. Columbus North losing at home to Bloomington South, a 5A number 2 team. The Panthers 55-24 over the Bulldogs. HSC winning at home over Noblesville, 31-6. And Lawrence Central winning at North Central. It's still in the fourth, 42-14. In Cincinnati, LaSalle beating the Roncalli Royals 22-14. Pike at home up 28-14 over Guerin Catholic. And again, your final here is 21-15 Cathedral over Center Grove. Rick, again, the Trojans, we talked about it last week against Lawrence Central. First half played really well, but tonight special teams struggled. You had 2 blocked field goals in the first half. I thought defensively the Trojans overall played pretty well, but the offense just struggling. Again, just not able to find it tonight. They did find a little something here late in the ball game, but for the most part, Cathedral just dominated with their defense tonight.
Yeah, and we always talk about Center Grove's, the best part of their games is kind of that line of scrimmage, and it felt like at least the offensive line tonight, the defensive line, plus bringing those guys every time. Center Grove's got to kind of go back to the drawing board there and figure out a way when guys bring when teams bring extra guys, you got to figure out how to block that. Man, Oscar Sloan took an absolute beating tonight behind that offensive line, and Cathedral was just bringing extra guys. I mean, it's pretty simple like that, and you're right. It's kind of the second or third week in a row where Center Grove's offense has struggled. Even though Center Grove had 36 points last week in that first half, all of those drives that they scored on were 30-yard drives because that defense put them in great field position. Well, tonight you had to go 80 yards, and in the first half you went 60 yards 3 times and had 0 points to show for it. You went for it on 4th down, didn't make it, and you get 2 field goals blocked. So you're sitting at halftime and you're like, hey, we should at least have points. Well, you can't blame one side of the ball. It was all 3 facets tonight that didn't get the job done, and that's why Cathedral came out with the win.
Rick, we will have some more football tomorrow. Center Grove Band Football League Championship Saturday.
The youngins, that's always a fun day, Kevin, when we can see those little guys down there at the Bantam Fields, and should be a fun day, and obviously we'll be down there and show the future of Center Grove Trojan football.
Yeah, we'll have the live stream tomorrow at 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, so 3 games tomorrow. Always a great day of youth football, and somebody's going to go home being very, very happy with that championship trophy tomorrow. Just got an update. Lawrence North just scored against Warren Central, so Lawrence North trying to rally after being down by quite a bit. It's now 49-42. Lawrence North leads Warren Central. Again, the Trojans host Lawrence North coming up next Friday here at Race-Gilman Stadium.
And guess who's coming here next Friday night? That's a Lawrence North team that's got speed to burn on the outside. So you better be ready to play a much better game than you did tonight, and you might have to outscore somebody next Friday night.
Rick, we shall see you tomorrow down at Bantam.
Sounds good. Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you very much. So once again, your final score tonight, 21-15. Cathedral over the Center Grove Trojans. Center Grove now 6-1 on the season. The Irish stand at 5-2. Tonight's Center Grove football coverage was produced by CG Sports Network. Our presenting sponsor was IU Health. Special thanks to Center Grove Gridiron President Aaron Holt, Sponsorship Director Brent Lay, Treasurer Cindy Adams, Executive Producer Austin Tyke, Camera operators Bill Todd and Sam Venegas, and our spotter Sean Guilfoyle. Again, CG football back at it next Friday, 7 o'clock, hosting the Lawrence North Wildcats. Again, our next web stream going up tomorrow, CG Bantam Football Championship Saturday. Join us at 2, 4, and 6. Until next time, this is Kevin Conrad for Ted Kitchell and Rick Embry saying good night, everyone, from Race-Gilman Stadium at Center Grove High School.
At Peterman Brothers, we see ourselves as more than a home service company.
We're here to serve you, not just your home.
Even if it's not about your heating, cooling, plumbing, or electrical systems.
We want to make sure when we come out, we're leaving you in a better state than when we arrived.
And if we do mess up, we'll stand behind our work and not give up until we make it right.
Because we're here to serve you, however we can.